They don't talk about us, only when there's a crime. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that in this world, with or without money, we're all rich, even the poor? The problem is those that say that I'm reaching out to give a hand and stay they leeching hands is itching, ready to see you missing. Well, thinking what to write, something inside me told me I can freestyle or I can rap. I can go with a rhythm that can make you dance. Tell you what I see on a daily, tell you everything's okay just to avoid dilemma. Or I can simply bring you something positive to the table and warn you of the ongoing problems that we're having. Instead, I have to reach out to my conscience once again as I watch the crime and the violence rise and the kids lose their innocence. Now the concept of forming a home day by day loses its essence. They don't want to hear that. I can't keep my arms crossed in front of the system. If I don't do something, I'm also part of the problem. As guilty as the one that pulls the trigger, like the person in the crowd that hits the record button on their phone to expose a lie instead of the truth for clout. They need 1,000 views. The government doesn't have a solution. The problem started when we took God out the equation. The problem ain't us celebrating. The problem is that we are a nation divided when we should be a nation united and praying. That's how we live today. When problems occur, we come up with a meaning. Laugh a little, move on with no care in the world, as if it ain't even a thing in this world. If it's like this today, I don't want to see the future. Because nowadays, they'll make a meme out of a person that can't even see the day of light no more. What makes you think they care? They can't even break bread at the table. I don't know how you want to be rappers and lyricists can go on with life, living on an illusion of nothing good to write. Talking about killing someone, selling drugs with pride, until the scripts are flipped and it's someone you love dies. Right? This ain't solved by activating the National Guards and going behind bars. This is deeper, this is me and you. And they say as time passed by, we'll heal everything. Shit, you know these scars? I seen time flash by and never felt everything. Leaving me on standby, ready to kill everything. Alone in the mirror looking at myself, say, girl, you're everything. You don't need for anything, shorty. So unless you walk a mile in my shoes, don't say anything. Just take a minute and listen so you can consume everything. Me and you are not the same, so make sure you look both ways when you cross me, and that's on everything. All right, I'm just trying to make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on one second. All right, hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all. My hair is just really all over the place right now. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble night. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. Yo, let's talk about it. We got some current news and much more. We're gonna get started on the show. Listen, man, whew, it's so much going on. So let me share the screen with y'all. All right, so apparently we got a Grammy nominated music producer charged with sexually assaulting women. I mean, this happens a lot of Hollywood. This is it says Grammy nominated. The comments that is disgusting. Gospel music producer. Oh, it's a gospel music producer. Ooh, let's hear what this is about. Why is it that when you hear about churches and stuff like that, that's where you hear the about the kinkiest people, the freakiest people? Like, ugh. Shit, growing up, I used to hear them say, Go to church. That's where you'll find the freakiest men and the freakiest women.
Leslie, thank you very much. A Grammy nominated music producer has been arrested here in Houston and charged with sexually assaulting four different women.
I was crying about and saying, no, no, no. Why don't you just stop?
This woman and several others, according to court documents, were all sexually assaulted by 59-year-old gospel music producer Carrie Fitzgerald Douglas.
Damn.
Douglas, just this year, seen here on the Grammy Awards page, was nominated for the award. On Instagram, he posted this picture from the Grammys. Also this year,
See, I don't really listen to gospel music like that. I don't really listen. I listen to rap, but to certain rap artists, right? Um, Miss 504 is live. She's still alive. I know I shared her live earlier. Oh, I didn't even know she was still alive. But this is crazy. A gospel producer.
the Houston Police Department began investigating more than 4,000 sexual assault reports that for years sat in files marked suspended due to lack of personnel. This woman, who does not want to be identified and is listed as Douglas's victim in court documents, says she was recently contacted by HPD detectives and told Douglas's DNA matched several sexual assault victims dating back to 2007.
And then I understand out of the 14 rape kits that his DNA was.
Yo, man, if your child wants to get into music and stuff like that, I mean, I suggest that y'all become their, how can I say it, their little managers, whatever it is, or just don't, I mean, convince them. I mean, I don't know how to put it into words, right? Because once they get a certain age, they could do whatever they want. But damn, like, be there. Like, don't leave them alone because, yo, Hollywood, the music industry, all these motherfuckers serve Satan, yo. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if they sing gospel or not.
Was identified in. 8 victims agreed to go through with the charges. And out of the 8 victims, the state decided to pursue 4. I just don't think women are believed. They would have been arrested a long time ago if I was believed.
According to court records, one woman says Douglas raped her in a car after meeting up with her in a strip club. Another says he attacked her in her own home. The records go on to say at least 2 of the women believe they were drugged after Douglas offered to buy them a drink at a bar or restaurant. We went to Douglas's Northeast Houston home to speak with him, but were told he had no comment. Douglas was arrested earlier this month and is now out on bond.
I feel kind of 2 ways about it. This could have been addressed way back then, but at the same time, I feel relieved.
Now, we reached out to Douglas's attorneys, both of them, for comment, but we haven't heard back.
Yo, it's sad to hear cases like this, yo. Like, listen, man, it doesn't shock me, but it breaks my heart to hear stuff like this. The reason it doesn't shock me is, right, this is, these are people from the music industry. And you hear a lot of this stuff in the music industry. And I don't get tired of telling parents, man, if you're going to let your kids, be a part of that industry, be there with them. Be there, be a detective, be a cop, be everything you got to be. Because these motherfuckers will sit here and take advantage of your child, for real, for real. Especially the ones that don't know nothing, the ones that are naive. Whew. Yo, how many of y'all love smoothies, right? I love smoothies. I can't say that. All right, there's this smoothie truck here on Broad Street, right, that I love going to. They got the best smoothies to me in Philadelphia. Like, and my kids, go to the smoothie truck all the time, right? To get their smoothies. I don't make my smoothies right now, man. I gotta get a couple things. I gotta get this house together. This the house my mama left me, so we rebuilding from, like, we taking it apart, putting it like, we fixing up. This a house that has been passed down. But boy, when I tell you that I would be pissed off if my kids went to the smoothie truck and I would have to take them to the ER and find out that a special ingredient in the smoothie that was sold to my child is what sent them to the ER. What would you do if your child was the one in this child's shoes.
A trip to the smoothie shop was anything but sweet for a Michigan girl when she found an unexpected and unwanted ingredient. She says the drink contained either pieces of glass or hard plastic.
The girl ended up in urgent care. Fox's Jessica Dupnack has the details.
How in the
It was a
world?
weird feeling, like it was something hard in my mouth, and I didn't know what it was.
This 11-year-old was allegedly drinking broken glass or hard plastic in her smoothie. When you guys looked through the smoothie and saw what was in it, what was your reaction?
Yo, you know that there have been stories of people, killing other people silently using glass, right? What in the world was this smoothie truck thinking? Like, did they literally put glass, like shred glass inside these smoothies? Like, what was they thinking? Like, you would not think that somebody would just automatically just do this shit. Like, oh, okay, let me just go to the smoothie truck here. They're just killing people. That's their first agenda. Like, what was crossing through? Like, did they not notice there was glass in a smoothie? Let's make it make sense.
Like, I ain't never seen this.
I'm not talking about the shorty.
Place.
I'm not talking about the shorty. Like, I'm talking about the people that was making the smoothie.
Like, I ain't never seen this before from this place. I was shocked.
Keturah Bright and her grandma picked up 2 smoothies this week at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe off Southfield Road in Southfield.
She told me that Nana is something hard in here, and she showed it to me.
And then when Keturah got home, it gets worse.
I opened my mouth, my tongue started bleeding. Before I could even put the toothbrush in my mouth, my tongue was bleeding.
Grandma knew she had to go to urgent care, x-rays, and an exam. No serious damage done, but this was all so scary for them.
The doctor said, had she just drunk out of the cup, this would have been a whole different story, We
were talking surgery, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. She said for sure.
This is the second time a family has contacted Fox claiming they found glass or hard plastic in their smoothie from the same Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Southfield. Back in May, another...
Wait a minute. If this is the second time, why wasn't the first time been reported? Like, wait, what happened the first time? Because if they would have reported the first time, I doubt that this family would have came here and got themselves into this whole situation. How in the world is there glass in the smoothies unless somebody put them Jones in there intentionally?
Other grandma bought a smoothie for her 3-year-old grandson. He drank it, and this is allegedly what was in his mouth. He was taken to Children's Hospital. It's unclear the extent of his injuries. Their family not speaking publicly for legal reasons.
The stories are so similar. I mean, they're so similar. It's crazy.
In both cases, the grandmas say they were given the runaround by store managers who said they reviewed security footage and it revealed nothing, even telling Barbara Mosley and her granddaughter it's impossible this happened. Are you going to ever have a smoothie again?
Not from there.
And that was Fox's Jessica Dupnack reporting. Tropical Smoothie Cafe released a statement saying, quote, the independently owned and operated Tropical Smoothie Cafe franchise location in Southfield, Michigan, does not use glass of any kind in the cafe. Following the social media post on August 14th, the franchise owner conducted an internal investigation, reviewing all in-store camera footage of smoothie preparation and delivery to the guests, and confirmed there was nothing out of the ordinary in the video.
We believe in a future.
But it wasn't the first time. So my thing is, if nobody put glass in the smoothie, how in the world? How in the world that how in the world was they like that? They get something in, like did the glass come in one of the packages that they use, whatever, to but it can't because they, unless they use that smoothie, like the packaged smoothie that it's like this powder thing, and then you put the milk or the water, like in Wawa. But normally when you go to the fruit trucks, right? And they make the little smoothies and stuff like that. They actually use fruits. So I'm not sure how they made their smoothie. I'm just trying to figure out how in the world did the glass get inside this little girl's smoothie. And it's not the first time. Camera footage shows that there was no signs of anybody putting glass inside the smoothie, and they don't use glass. So how in the world that, was this the second time? This was the second time. 2 different families, 2 different occasions. And this was the most recent one. Something's off. Something's not right. Let us really know what y'all think about that situation. Damn, I hate these damn ads, yo. I'm gonna play them on my. That's what I need to do is play them on the premium. Right here we got an Oakland County doctor charged in horrific sexual. Oakland County doctor charged in horrific sexual abuse case. You know what's crazy? The people that you're supposed to trust, right? To go, to obey the law, doctors, lawyers, cops, judges. I mean, a lot of them have seemed to be very corrupt lately, don't they? More than the usual is my point. More than the usual.
Physician accused of several sex crimes. Rochester Hills physician accused of several sex crimes. Investigators say he filmed people of all ages while they were in hospital rooms and changing areas.
It goes from a 2-year-old to a grown woman.
Made up president. I'm not even going to pay attention to the chat right now.
The victimization is so broad and the perversion so great that we're just beginning to wrap our arms around it.
And we start tonight with a warning. This story is really very disturbing. Police also are now accusing Dr. Omar Ajiz of having sexual encounters with patients asleep or unconscious.
Ajaz now faces a litany of charges, including recording children while nude and child sex abuse. Victor Williams with more on this story. We learned the suspect's wife was actually the one who went forward to police, right?
Yeah, that's right, Devin and Karen. They wouldn't know anything about any of these allegations if it wasn't for her stumbling upon something almost 2 weeks ago on August the 7th.
This individual potentially is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Sheriff Michael Bouchard on the...
How in the world he's been on this field for a long time and now is that he gets caught? So he's been sexually abusing females. I'm guessing females, right? While they've been asleep, while he sedated them, and while they've been off sedation. So when did they start speaking up? What in the world? Yo, this shit is crazy.
The allegations made against 40-year-old Rochester Hills physician Omar Ajiz.
It's not just children. It's not just women. It's not just men. It goes from a 2-year-old to a grown woman.
Wow, this sick bastard doesn't have a fucking preference. He goes from kids, boys, girls, to grown adults, women, men. Wow. I swear to God, we building caskets up in this bitch, yo. Hashtag rest in peace to all the predators.
Ajiz is accused of recording hundreds of people against their will at multiple locations, including his own home and several hospitals. Some victims unconscious as the doctor allegedly films himself sexually abusing them on the operating table. He's also accused of placing a hidden camera in the changing room of Goldfish Swim School in Rochester. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald on the investigation and how it's affected her as a parent.
It's a complete violation, and it's terrifying as a mother. And we're going to do everything we can to hold him accountable.
At first glance, there's nothing alarming about Ajiz. He's an Indian citizen that's been working in the U.S. on a visa since about 2011. But it's said that there were thousands of videos in Ajiz's possession dating back about 6 years. As investigators go through confiscated devices such as 6 computers for...
So they got evidence dating back to up 6 years. What took them so long to catch on to him? He was in a hospital, in a facility that belongs to the government, committing all these acts, sexually abusing patients that were asleep and woke. I mean, I know that there must have been more than one freaking report, and it took them this long to take action. Wow, yo, this system is really jacked the fuck up, yo.
4 cell phones and 15 storage devices.
Blessings, cutting edge. Blessings, how you doing this morning?
Says the allegations so far could be worse than those against Larry Nassar.
When you think about the incredible perversion and destructive activity of Nassar, he had a much smaller group of victims in terms of potential. There's no limit to his perversion.
He's sick.
Now, Johns was given a bond in the amount of $2 million, no 10%. We are going to stay on top of his legal process as all of that plays out, but we're here right now.
That is so true. It's my first time seeing you here. I think Michael Chaffin. Yup. Prison will love him. He won't make it long. For real. You ain't lying, man. He better make sure he don't drop the soap. I don't feel bad for him. Sexually abusing men, women, little kids from the ages of 2 and up. And then he's filming this shit? Like, what the fuck? Is he selling this shit to the dark web? Yeah, prison will love him. And like I say, yo, we building caskets in this bitch for fuckers like that, yo. Hashtag rest in peace to all predators, yo. Real shit.
At Henry Fort Macomb Hospital, where police say that some of these practices went on. But right now, we know that they're distancing themselves from this man. They did send us over a statement which reads, quote, "This individual has never been an employee of Henry Ford Health, but had privileges at several area hospitals, including Henry Ford Macomb Hospital. The safety of our patients and
Oh, wow. So he wasn't an actual staff of the hospital. He just had privileges there. It's kind of like, all right, for those that don't understand, right? It's like for the behavior specialists for our kids, right? They're not actual employees of the school, but since they're like third parties that, you know, deal with kids with special needs and stuff like that, like the STS, let's put it like that, right? These STS workers, right? They're supposed to be like mobile therapists. They'll come to the school and they'll help the kids. They got autism, Down syndrome, you know, schizophrenia and stuff like that. They have issues in the class that, you know, need more support. So basically this doctor, like, he'll come in, I guess he'll, you know, practice there, but he wasn't an actual employee. So the best way that I could explain it to y'all was the way that I just did. So I don't know if y'all seen it in other hospitals. There's other people that'll come in, but they're not actually employees, but they'll come and, you know, this motherfucker. Yo, 20 feet underground is where he belonged.
team members is our top priority, and we have taken immediate action to prevent him from practicing at our health system."
Wow.
Victor Williams.
He shouldn't have a license at
So,
all.
Victor, what can people do if they want to come forward? But of course, they may just want to stay anonymous in this situation.
Yeah, so over on our website, clickondetroit.com, we do have a link that people can go click on. It's actually an email address over to the Oakland County Sheriff's Department for people that want to stay anonymous. Of course, this is something that's really tough for people to deal with.
Most definitely. All right. Thank you, Victor.
And coming up here at 6 o'clock, we're going to bring you a one-on-one interview with Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard.
Hear what parents should be looking out for when selecting their child's doctor. Again, we'll bring you that interview tonight on Local 4.
Damn, man, we been done caskets up in this bitch for that man. Yo, hashtag rest in peace to all predators. Like a whole doctor, he wasn't even an employee. He just went there, you know, took care of patients, which he was supposed to take care of patients, but no, man, yeah, they'll love him in jail. Prison will really love him. If I could say what I wanted to say without YouTube clapping my channel, yo, shit. But if I was to say everything that I'm thinking in my head, YouTube would clap my channel right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to put the next. That's a shame, yo. The stuff that we see. Hold on 1 second, yo. All right, so we got this is Candace Owens' channel, right? Blake Lively's personality destroys modern feminism. Candace, episode 48. How do y'all feel about modern feminism? Well, Candace Owens has a lot to say about it. Do y'all agree with modern feminism?
It's finally. All right, guys. Well, I am very pleased to announce that it's finally over. It's finally dead and over because of Blake Lively, the actress. She has personally come down and ended modern feminism for me. And she did this by just being a modern feminist, also known as just generally being unbearable in today's world. We're going to talk about that. Plus, we have Rabbi Shmuley. Yes, my friend or foe. He's back in the news because he's apparently filed, I'm not kidding, guys, an FBI report against me. I'm going to go to prison for a very long time. And in other funny news, the DNC happened. Let's talk about that. That's what we have coming up on Candace.
Hold on. We got to get to the topic.
All right. So if you've been a follower of the show, a follower of me, you know that there are about 1,012 reasons why I hate modern feminism. I speak against it the entire time. Every little modern feminist movie that comes around, it just feels fluffy. It's like air. I mean, my general thesis is that what modern feminism is an army of spoiled brats who have never lived through anything at all in their entire lives. And so they sort of create this fantasy that they're a part of some cosmic struggle. I'm a modern feminist and I'm struggling against this or that. And if I'm trying to be a bit more thoughtful about why they do that, why you have these individuals who have literally perfect lives and they feel this need to problematize their perfect lives, I think it's because inside of everybody, there is this human need to believe that you have triumphed over some adversity, over some obstacle in your life. So what happens when your life is perfect? It becomes very difficult to satisfy that need. Modern feminism.
Modern feminism. But my thing is now with a lot of these women that believe in modern feminism, right? They are this, I could do it by myself. I don't need a man. I'm strong. But knowing damn well that sometimes they need the help. They need that help. You got these women out here that talk about, you can't be a part of my kid's life. They'll make a man's life miserable. They'll sit here and call man a deadbeat. But they're the reason why these men can't be a part of their child's life. They won't even give them a chance because they're mad. So a lot of these modern day women, listen, man, I could leave the link down below. Anybody wishes to, how do y'all feel about modern day feminism? I mean, I don't agree with everything that Candace says, right? But when it comes to the modern day feminism, her opinion, she be on point. I got my opinion. Everybody's got their opinion. But a lot of these females now and they say they want this, they want that, they could do this, they could do that, then turn around and then, sit here, ask the man for help. Once the man helps them, they'll stab them in the back. And then wonder why the hell the man lost trust or the man don't want to be around these type of women. Like, let's make it make sense. Come on. Modern day feminism is worse than the old day feminism woman.
Is born. And of course, I know you guys hate me for this because so many people love her, and that's fine. You can love.
Oh. And by the way, who started the Feminism Act was what was her name? Margaret Sanders, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I said her name right. But blessings, Nate, baby. Nate in the house. Yo, go make sure y'all check out Nate. Great conversations, great topics. Shit, I cover Philly. He covers New York.
love her, you can bop her music, but I believe the icon of that sort of feminism is, in fact, Taylor Swift. No doubt about that. And so it is kind of saying something that her best friend is Blake Lively, and she is currently under a media assault because suddenly people are realizing that she's maybe not a nice person at all. So I'm going to run you through the background of what's going on and why it matters. First and foremost, to start with Blake Lively herself. She grew up incredibly wealthy in a very well-to-do neighborhood, as they say. Both of her parents were actors. Also, one of them doubled as a director. The other one doubled as a talent manager. She basically says that she grew up on set. So she's had this sort of LA fabulous life. She's got a famous sister who I actually like her movies better. Remember Teen Witch? Like, you know, that movie from a long time ago. That was her sister, Robin Lively, that starred in that. So her life is great. Her life has been amazing forever. And she's currently on tour right now promoting her new movie, which is entitled It Ends With Us. And people are learning via various interviews that she and her co-star, a guy named Justin Baldoni, actually sort of maybe hate each other. And this is also coming out because of some leaks that have drawn attention to this apparent rift. TMZ reported that Blake Lively has told people that there were multiple reasons that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable. It's a feminist buzzword. Uncomfortable on set of It Ends With Us. What do you think he did, Justin? He would say something mean to her? Well, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that there was this scene that they had to film, right? And in the scene, Justin has to lift Blake into the air. And apparently, Justin has a history of back problems. So before he lifted Blake, he went onto his set. He met with his on-set trainer, and asked, how much does Blake weigh? Because he has back issues. So he's just trying to figure out, like, if he lifts her, is he going to re-injure his back? Now, he didn't go up and ask her this. He just asked his trainer, which would have been the appropriate person to ask that question, so he could figure out how to train and to protect his back from any injury.
Blessings, Dwayne Bailey. Let me see. Dwayne Bailey says, as a man, I look at Candace and see a very intelligent and beautiful woman. As far as feminism goes, I never understood why they say that in order for a woman to gain a man, has to get less. Okay. In order for a woman to gain a man, has to get less. That man, no, you don't have to gain less. Listen, man, I feel as though in a relationship, right? In a relationship, I tell men and I tell women, it's 100-100. It's not 50-50, man. A man shouldn't lose. A woman shouldn't lose. Like in a relationship, everything should be equal. Like, but a lot of women think that, what's his is hers, what's hers is hers, and fuck it. That's how it should go. But nah, like when it comes to a relationship, both y'all, how can I say it? Both y'all opinions should matter. Like there should be respect both ways. There should be communication about everything. Y'all should both agree about the things that go on in your household. It shouldn't be okay, she agrees, but he doesn't agree. So fuck what he says, what she says goes. No. Y'all should be able to, agree with each other. So yeah. I hope I understood that right. Blessings, Commander. Blessings. How you doing this morning? But I agree with you. You're right on that. As a man, why compare a woman is better at some things while a man is better in others? Yes, you are right. Both should work together. Facts. I mean, I learned that at a young age and never really understood it until I met a real man. Look, listen, and what I mean by a real man is, look, sometimes out here, man, you got these men that look like men, right? And what I mean by that is that in reality, they are little boys in men's body. Like they're still, it's like deep down, they're still little kids. For some reason, right? They haven't outgrown that little boy stage, right? So it's like I don't know. They need a mommy and I don't know how to explain it, right? But I had a real man, like one that doesn't need validation, one that works, one that listens to me. You see where I'm coming from? One that doesn't act like a little kid, one that keeps, motivating me. And it motivates me to treat him the same way. A lot of men out here, I don't know, they still be in them they childish ways. They have not grown up yet. And for some reason, these women are attracted to them. Like, this is not a man. A man that sits in your couch all day, a man that disrespects you, a man that doesn't want to work, a man that you have to sit here and support. That's not a man. That's a little boy in a man's body. And some of these females are wondering, like, damn, he's still calling me out my name. Yes, because you're with a little boy. A man helps you out. It's teamwork. Y'all should both, it's not no 50-50. It ain't, it's 100. Both of y'all should put in the work. Not just one person, but a lot of these men nowadays rely on a lot of women, but they let them get away with that shit. You can't raise a man. Facts. And that's so true. But that's why I say, look, listen, I don't always agree with Candace Owens. Candace, look, she's not always right. I'm not always right? But when it comes to feminism, I agree with her. And I don't care what nobody says. It's not kissing ass. It's none of that. It's just the fact that she is on point. It's like a lot of people agree with what I say when it comes to the feminism. And it doesn't mean they're kissing my ass. It's that they know what the fuck they talking about. Like, we gotta really be careful with what we doing out here. And I put it into a lyrical poetry. Maybe I could explain it better like this. Because when I'm by myself is when I have my best moments, when I can think the best. I'm dead serious. When I'm alone, I can think the best.
In this world of blame and shame, we point fingers, we play the game. But as our children cry in fear, we turn the blind eye, we shed no tears. Believe our women, they say, while our kids are led astray. Lost in darkness, lost in pain, yet their cries fall silent like the rain. It's a shame how far we've come, blaming all the men playing dumb. But our children need us near to wipe their tears and calm their fears. In this land of the free, water's a commodity for you and me. Can't you see? It's not fair, it's plain to see. People struggling to pay for something they need every day. In America where we say we're free, but water shouldn't come at a fee. A shorty just speaking in general about the things that seem so small. This ain't meant towards everyone, just a cry in the dark. In America where water is marked. Brothers and sisters, hear my plea. This is not about you or me. Our kids are the future, they hold the key. Wake up before we're met with defeat. In this world of chaos and strife, we must guide them to a better life. Teach them love, compassion, and light, so they can lead us out of this endless night. Let's unite as one strong force. For our children, let's stay on course. Together we can make a change and secure a better future in exchange. Y'all should have listened the first time they let the cat out the hat. Now it's a crime. Many are falling into a trap, thinking it's a game, but they full of cap. Some are ready and fully strapped, while others keep falling into the gap. The warning signs were clear as day, but some chose not to heed what they say. Now the consequences come to light. Those who ignored are in for a fight. Listen close and learn from this mishap. Don't be caught unaware, don't fall into the trap. From the wisdom of my elders, I learned women are strong, independent, and firm. But sometimes we need a helping hand to conquer challenges and make a stand. Independence is crucial, that's true. Yet together, with a man, we can pursue. Respect yourself first and foremost, so others will treat you like the most. Ladies, growing up, remember this advice. You're capable of anything you devise. But partnership and respect go hand in hand. Embrace your strength and make a stand. Memories of the past I couldn't see, now I understand. The wisdom they gave me, respect yourself first, that's the key. To earn respect from others is how it should be. A man's worth measured by how he treats his queen. Love and romance in the air, a beautiful scene. A woman's power to uplift or demean. In her hands lies a man's dream. Lessons learned from an OG so true. In matters of the heart, they know what to do. Love and respect intertwined like glue. In a world where old-fashioned values still ring through. Peter Pan, Peter Pan. Peter Pan was a fairy tale. Now males want to be females without fail. Women want to be a man. It's a twisted tale. Flipping scripts and roles, they set sail. Fighting for roles, turning to moles. Making hits with their agenda goals. Targeting our kids, it takes a toll. To them it's a bliss, to us it's a black hole. They ain't trying to miss. Their agenda is the ultimate twist. Infiltrating young minds with their list. But we won't let them persist. I'm with women's rights, but what about men's too? Equality for all, it's long overdue. We want progress, we need to see both sides. Blame and shame won't help us unite. Don't label him a deadbeat without looking in the mirror. Sometimes it takes two to create rupture. Let's have conversations that include everyone. Empathy and understanding the battles can be won. Men face struggles too, let's not forget. Their mental health matters, let's not neglect. It's time to break down walls and build bridges instead. Together we can strive for equality ahead. You scream for the police every time he come around. They scream child support abuse, playing victim in this town. Enjoy that check, boo, but remember what goes up must come down. The only time he's worthy is when he bails you out the mess you found. You play the game manipulating hearts without a doubt, but karma's knocking at your door, there's no way out. You point fingers and shift the blame around, but in the end it's your own chaos that you found. You dance with danger, living on the edge of lies, but the truth will catch up to you, no more disguise. The man you rely on to clean up your mess is so profound, will soon see through your facade and leave you astounded. Using a child as a weapon, it's a shame. A woman who lacks self-respect, I can't acclaim. Real men fighting for what they believe in, never in vain. Standing 10 toes down, bringing awareness to the pain. Respect is earned by how you carry yourself, not by tearing others down for personal wealth. Real men don't back down, they fight with honor and stealth against injustice and falsehoods that threaten our health. Let's uplift each other instead of tearing apart, supporting one another from the start. Real men stand tall with courage in their heart, fighting for justice and truth, playing their part. Here's for the men who share their truth, never afraid to stand tall in their boots, respecting our women, fighting for what's right, supporting our kids day and night. Real women out there blazing trails, men by their side never looking pale. Rights for all, let's keep the balance true. Men have a voice, let's listen to. In this crazy world where battles are fought, let's remember the men who give it all they've got. Respect to those who speak their stories loud. Together we stand strong and proud. Together we stand, united we'll rise, setting an example for young eyes. In every step we take, in every plan, guiding the next generation's hand. Leading by actions, not just by words, teaching them to fly like birds. Showing love and respect in all we do, for they're always watching, taking cues. Hand in hand, let's pave the way for a better tomorrow, starting today. Our children learn from what they see. Let's show them how great they can be. Let's be what our children need.
Lessons to everybody in the chat. Let me let people know, right? The trolls that do come in, right? For those trolls that come in, y'all gonna get blocked very easy, right? Because what cracks me up, right? What makes this shit entertaining about the trolls, right, is that they say they can't stand somebody, but they steady watching somebody, right? Y'all don't like somebody, people cringe y'all. People make y'all cringe to the point where they make y'all shit y'all pants, huh? But why y'all watching? Y'all must like it. And since y'all enjoy watching, right? Since we make y'all cringe so much to the point y'all still here steady stalking a motherfucker, let me, do some police work. Let me block your ass. If I could, I'd throw you in a dark hole deep down in the matrix. People make me laugh, y'all. But let's get back on topic. Like I said, shout out to Dwayne Bailey, for having a conversation with a shorty about feminism. Like I said, I don't agree with everything Candace Owens says, but when it comes to feminism, yep, I'm with her. She be on point. Just like a lot of people, man, it should be equal rights for both men and women. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you should get away with everything. And nowadays, a lot of women want to use the women card to get away with, I'm a woman this, I'm a woman that. Well, then if you're a woman this and you're a woman that, stay in a fucking woman's place. And stop fucking with these men that won't give a fuck and will fucking smack a bitch. Some of you women like that shit. Nothing more than what you call in Spanish, masoquistas. You know how some men like it when a woman be smacking them and They love that shit. Some of these men love that shit. Well, guess what? Some of these women are the same fucking way, man. So fuck out of here with that shit. I'm a woman this, I'm a woman that. Well, then don't freaking sit here and look for situations. Then scream to a man, I'm a victim. Then sit here and stab the motherfucker in the fucking back. And then say here, oh, you played me. But he's there every time you call. I mean, we can go deep into this.
Well, Blake later found out about Justin's comment, and she felt that he completely fat shamed her. Sorry, that the tension was just in the air. How dare you try to...
Facts, Commander. Chicas tóxicas. That's what they are. Chicas tóxicas.
protect your own back. You just go into it, lift me, and see what happens. And if you got to get a surgery and go on pills after that for pain, oh, well, too bad. I want to be clear here. Blake beefing with her co-stars is a very common thing over the years for people that grew up on Gossip Girl. That was kind of where she had her big break, so to speak. You'll recall that her and her co-star Leighton Meester, despite the fact that they were on-screen best friends, actually off-screen were not friends at all. And it was because allegedly Blake Lively had a difficult personality, which was reinforced when actor Armie Hammer notoriously got fired from the Gossip Girl team after playing the role of Blake Lively's love interest.
She said Dr. Armie Hammer? Because I thought she said Armin Hammer. Let me see the comments. Hold on one second. Yo, I like this comment. Somebody just said, I don't see black, I don't see white or brown. I just see a wonderful woman speaking the truth. Love you, Candace from Mexico. That's a fact. Yo, when it comes to feminism, once again, yo, I know I'm repeating myself, but yo, Candace is on point.
Because he referred to her while they were apparently filming this dinner scene. He allegedly referred to her in front of the entire cast, just said that she was a massive bitch. And so they fired him. They were just like, yeah, you can't speak to her like that. Like, that's probably fair. Like, you can't really speak to somebody like that. It's not fair. Anyways, but was he trying to say something? Maybe. Then it was reported that in her movie, A Simple Favor, where she starred alongside Anna Kendrick, that they were also not friends, and that basically the directors and producers of the film had to tell them to pretend to be friends for the press events, because it was coming across that, you know, these two obviously don't like each other and they still are not friends. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that general background, is that she's kind of known to not get along.
Yo, they do that a lot in Hollywood, right? Like, when you're not in Hollywood, you out here in the hood, right? You got the choice. You got the option. If you got an op, as people call it right now, right? You got somebody you don't fuck with, somebody you don't like, right? You got the option to keep your distance, to stay away. Even if they walk down the street, you could ignore them, like if you don't even freaking know them. But in Hollywood or in school, right? Or in the families, right? It's like they force you to try to get along with somebody that you don't even like, that you can't stand. That shit be the worst, yo. Like, if two people cannot get along, you cannot make them get along. Like, let them go their ways. Find somebody else. But people, yo, listen, man. This world is fucking crazy.
Along with people. Now, the reason for that, if you're a feminist, you go, oh, maybe she's just standing up for herself, because that's what she has told people in interviews. She's opened up about the fact that she struggles for equality, all the struggles that she faces on behalf of trying to stand up as a woman. Here's a direct quote. She said, as a woman, you're afraid of a label that you may acquire by demanding fair treatment for yourself that you know that you've earned. And when she means that she's struggling for fair treatment, in another interview, she once opened up that, you know, she's raising her daughter with the right idea. She has a young daughter, and her and Ryan Reynolds, also an actor, decided in their household to refer to bugs as she and her instead of he and him.
Dave McCormick said he's pro-life, like that's a good thing.
That's ridiculous.
Dave McCormick is anti-abortion, said he'd oppose it even in cases of rape or incest.
That's why I'm about Bob Casey.
He'd support our rights, and that's so important right now.
Hey, damn it. Oh, y'all really hit me with another one,
and
though?
join over 4 million businesses worldwide.
Y'all tripping.
I'm being 100% legitimate there. They have decided to refer to bugs as he and her. because, I mean, she and her, because you obviously could see how a little girl could then think, I don't know, like, are all bugs guys? And that's not the right idea. So they've decided to engender all of the bugs as she and her. And I'm just wondering, like, is that good for feminism? I don't know, because in my house, we kind of squish bugs. So maybe she's just thinking she's just got to stomp on a woman to get ahead because her family has told her to refer to bugs as she and her. And so that's what I mean when I just say just a general background of modern feminism just being unbearable. Like that, if I was at someone's house and they were like, please refer to the bugs as she and her, I just would be like, I don't really think I want to do that.
Right? Like, yo, what type of reference is that? Like, okay, refer to every bug as she and her. So does it mean that every time I get mad, I think of her as a bug and just stomp on their heads and just take over, get what I want? But what does it mean when they say just think of a bug as she and her? Like, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Anybody's ever heard that? Like, if y'all have ever heard that, let me know what that means. Like, what elder ever said that? Or what does it mean when somebody say that? Like,
right, or be here. And so it's happened, and now you get to watch this, because a lot of that is innuendo. Okay, you're placing things together. People are saying she's not nice, but of course nobody's going to come out in Hollywood and outright say that she's awful. But you're now going to be able to watch her in an interview, because what's happened is that this Norwegian journalist named Kirsti Fla has come out and said, you know, a lot of people have been speaking about this behind the scenes, and I want to say that Blake Lively was so awful to me when I've interviewed her that she made me want to reconsider my career for asking her basic questions. So here's just the first part of that interview. It's Blake Lively alongside her co-star. In 2016, her co-star's name is Parker Posey, and they were filming this 1930 period drama. And Kirsti just wanted to ask Blake Lively a question about, first and foremost, Blake Lively was pregnant while she was filming this. So she opens up with just like a nice compliment about her cute little bump. Take a listen.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
oh shit. She went from a baby bump to a booty bump. She said, what about my bump? Like, okay, we was talking about baby bumps, not booties. Like, damn, she just wanted to show her ass off. That's what it was. A lot of these females do that. They just want men to see, what they ass look like. They're behind.
Two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Hey, she said lovely lady lumps. Who sang that? What was it? I gotta remember who fucking sang that song.
You like the movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan?
I love most of his movies, and this one was so visually amazing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So that's just a start. It's going to get so much worse. But I just wanted to let you know that she's already kind of like, oh, why are you asking me about my bump? Like, how dare you do that? As if this woman meant any harm in it. Just like she looks cute. She has a bump. But, this was in 2016. I would say that modern feminism peaked in 2016. Like, women were just doing things. It was like Hillary Clinton was running for president and losing. But people were all about Me Too movement, the way men speak to women, why women have to even be women. And so you could.
Yo, damn, she ain't lying. That's when it really got really heavy. A lot of the women talk about we don't need the bed. The Me Too really got strong. Then we found out that, it was a whole fraud. A whole bunch of this stuff is a whole fraud. A lot of these things be scams, yo. Like, we gotta be careful with a lot of these movements that they have. Black Eyed Peas, yes. Thank you, Commander, yo. Commander is the shit, yo. You gotta love Commander.
Could see that a woman just going in there and saying something about her pregnancy would instantly offend her. And then she did something way worse, the journalist. She asked her about the costumes. Take a listen.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, working in
Everyone
digital.
wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
I love Jesse's
He has
suits
some
and
beautiful.
how
That's what I'm
he
saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know.
Corey's
Everybody.
wardrobe
I
was
know.
gorgeous.
He's
Those
so
high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I would wish men
And
wore
sorry,
high-waisted pants
too.
like
I
that.
know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your brain on feminism. I can't even explain this. Like, I can't even, it's a very good question to ask when you are shooting a 1930 period drama because people dressed fabulously. And so anytime you're doing something that dives into the past, I'm always fascinated with the costume design. Case in point, probably most notorious, is Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay. So basically, the shorty took it wrong. The shorty took it offense at first that she was looking at her behavior. Okay, I'm starting to peep on what Candy was talking about. So basically, the shorty first time she took it offensive was when the lady talked about her baby bump. I mean, I think a lot of females don't like talking about their pregnancy. So that one is a little I can't comment. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think a lot of females don't really like talking to a lot of people about their pregnancy. I think a lot of them don't even like showing their baby the first week, the first couple weeks that they have the baby. They don't go out showing it off to a lot of people. There's a lot of I was one of them, like, yo, don't kiss my baby, don't touch my baby until my child gets a little older. I was like that, like, yo, I felt like anybody that would have touched my baby, my child would have gotten contaminated with anything. I don't know where you've been at. I don't know where you've had your hands at. I don't know where you've had your lips. See, people got this bad habit of, yo, get your crusty, nasty behind lips off my child, yo. Don't kiss him, don't touch him, don't do nothing. See, I was one of those. I mean, I will let you see my baby, but you can't touch my baby. Real shit. So I'm not sure if it, because I know some females are like that. But I mean, it is what it is. To each his own. I mean, I don't know how every female is with their pregnancy, but I know the one thing I didn't like was my baby being touched while it was still while my baby was still a newborn. For real, for real. You can see my baby, but you can't touch my baby. Keep your crusty, nasty lips to yourself and your contaminated sewer hands to yourself. I don't know what you've been doing or what you've been up to. But the question about the outfit, yeah, like I didn't see that to be disrespectful. Maybe, Shorty could be, it wasn't a disrespectful question. So let's see her reaction again.
Something way worse, the journalist, she asked her about the costumes. Take a listen.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And working in digital.
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
Oh shit, I just noticed she wasn't even looking at the journalist. She was looking at her friend the whole time. Oh shit. I just peeped that.
I would.
I love Jesse's
Blessings,
suits and
That's
how
what I'm
he
saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know,
Corey's
everybody.
wardrobe
I
was
know.
gorgeous.
He's
Those
so
high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I wish men
And
wore
sorry,
high-waisted pants
too.
like
I
that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your brain on feminism. And I can't even explain this. Like, I can't even, it's a very good question to ask when you.
Yeah, it is a good question to ask. I mean, I guess if she had the guys there, she would have asked the guys the same question. I think a lot of journalists ask about the costumes that celebrities wear. Even the music artists is like, I don't see nothing wrong in that question. Do y'all see anything wrong in that question? Yo, she was really like, yo, you asking dumb questions. Like, why you asking me these questions? Like, I don't see nothing wrong in that question.
You are shooting a 1930 period drama because people dressed fabulously. And so anytime you're doing something that dives into the past, I'm always fascinated with the costume design. Case in point, probably most notorious, is Peaky Blinders. I absolutely loved that series and Cillian Murphy and the way the boys dressed and stood. In a second, I would have asked Cillian Murphy about the costume design on set. And so I thought, of course, there's got to be somewhere out there, because Cillian Murphy is known to kind of play a lot of these period dramas, of people asking him questions about what he wears. And would you believe this, guys? There is. So that's your brain on modern feminism. You get asked the question, you're immediately offended because, of course, they would never ask this to a man. The woman's like, yeah, no, I would ask that to a guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that makes sense. Here's your brain when.
Like, no, man, her brain is fried right now because it's like, hello, y'all the only two females right now that I'm interviewing. If the guys were here on set, I would have asked them. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. First of all, who's being more disrespectful, the journalist or the one being interviewed? The lady being interviewed is the one being disrespectful. Like, get the fuck out my face, yo. Yeah, that's your brain on feminism. Them bitches is fried like fried eggs.
And you don't suffer from that and you're just a guy and you just think logically and try to, I guess, come up with the answer? Take a listen to him being asked about his outfits for Oppenheimer.
There's a moment in the movie that I really love where we see Oppenheimer and he's wearing this army uniform. And someone says to him, like, "What? This isn't you. You're a scientist.
Yes.
Why are you wearing that?" And I think it really highlights how clothing can help us unlock and harness like ourselves and who we are. So for you guys, with the costumes in this film, how did it help in unlocking these characters and finding out who they were for you?
That's a great question. He after that moment in the film,
He didn't take
I
it
remember
offensive.
he kind of in our story, he puts on the hat and picks up the pipe, and it's him kind of creating this persona. It's him kind of self-mythologizing, and we worked very closely with our wonderful costume designer to design the clothes, and particularly I wanted to get his kind of his silhouette, you know, because he was very fragile. He was very, very slim, and I wanted to get that silhouette right.
Bible prophecy predicts that conflict in the Middle East will affect every living person on earth.
Premium. These ads is irking.
There you have it, guys.
But did y'all notice the difference? The difference on how the guy answered her and how the lady answered her. The guy was more respectful on the question. I'm answering the question than what the female was. That's a shame. That's messed up. See, I don't have beef with females or nothing like that. I really don't, right? I do see, my thing with females is, right, I don't be around a lot of females that feel like they better than everybody. They think they can get away with everything. I don't be around them type of females. I can't stand being around them females. They got that bad vibe, that bad aura. Like females that complain about every little single thing, like if the shit, nah, I don't be around them. Like I've had questions like, why you be around more men than what you be around females? Because I could have a better conversation with men than what I could have with a female. Sometimes a lot of females feel like they entitled, like they know everything. And I'm not speaking on every female. I'm just speaking in general. So it's kind of like, you know, some of these females just, I don't know. It's just some. It's just some. But I give a shout out to the females that are respectful. I do have a lot of female friends that I be around. I mean, how can I say female acquaintances that I be around that I could talk to? Not every female is like that. But for some reason, a lot of females, some of these females just ain't shit, man. And I'm a woman saying this. Like, man, it's hard to speak on a topic when you're speaking by yourself. So let's go. Let's go.
He just answered the question because, of course, people are going to be interested. It's kind of a thing that's known that Cillian Murphy kind of kills it in these outfits. And you are drawn when you are watching film. There's an element of that that's so beautiful when you see them stepping into another decade and the way that they dress and how a simple hat can add so much depth to a scene. And again, that is why I loved Peaky Blinders so much. I even loved the way they stood. Like I would just be asking a question like, hey, why did you stand like that? But you see, this is the stuff that men don't suffer from. And ironically, she's trying her hardest in that interview not to be a woman when she's asked that question, like, you can't ask me about pregnancy, you can't ask me about outfits. And in reality, her reacting like that, she leans into the oldest and truest stereotype about women, over emotional, right? We just can't think clearly. We're just so emotional.
That's true, though. Listen, man, for the females out here, right, that don't like being asked questions and don't like being talked to, why are y'all even outside? Like, it sounds like y'all kind of antisocial. So why be around people? Why talk to people? Why interact? If you don't like being talked to or being asked any type of questions, if you think that you're above everybody, like you're a queen or some shit.
The question, she doesn't even actually answer it, and instead just makes another woman feel like absolute crap for asking a question that like she should have just answered. And so this woman came out and said, yeah, I almost literally quit my job because, by the way, that wasn't the only time that she had interviewed her. She interviewed her for also a simple favor. She was similarly rude. And I think that in her modern feminist mind, she thinks that when she's being rude, she's taking a stance for women, and she's not. Do you want to know why?
Right?
Because the majority of women, the overwhelming majority, as in like everybody, like the 99.9 percentile of women, have real struggles in their lives. They're not playing dress up, right? They don't have to think that the biggest struggle they're going to go through in the day is going to be somebody asking a question about whether or not they liked wearing the outfits while they were playing pretend. What a wonderful blessing your life is if you wake up and you're like, this is the struggle that I face. Somebody's going to ask me whether or not I liked playing pretend when I wore that outfit. So she problematizes it, everything in her life. And so to see this backlash against Blake Lively, I don't have an issue against her personally. I think it's great that her and Ryan Reynolds put their family first in a lot of ways. And she seems like she's a great mother and a great wife. But I'm grateful that she's going through this because it's making a lot of people question what, in fact, modern feminism has become. And this is it. It's whiny, it's bratty, and it needs to end. So to that, I say thank you to Blake Lively. All right, guys, I want to throw it to one of the sponsors of the show, Native.
So how do y'all feel about women that nowadays complain about everything? Men, women, children, their jobs. But it's like, right, the woman that sits here, right, and complains about how much child support the man is giving them. But lady, you're on a welfare. You're dependent on what for talking about you're better than this man while this man busting his ass out here, working maybe 2 to 3 jobs to probably support your child that he has with you and support the family that he's probably created or is creating, or probably just to support himself. But yeah, there's a lot. Listen, man, I don't know if this is some type of learned behavior. I've asked it. Not even a freaking therapist or psychologist could answer the damn question. A lot of them say it's learned behavior, but then you got different, excuses, different reasons why women do this. I mean, I'm never going to get a real answer. Then you get the people that are offended. Oh, it is what it is. Just get used to it. A lot of women just don't give a fuck. Well, there's a reason why maybe a lot of women just don't give a fuck. Stupid. We know that a lot of women don't give a fuck, but here's my thing, right? After a certain age, a lot of us women need to grow up. And I know that a lot of us grow up at, different ages, not, all at the same time. Some of us got to bump our heads to, realize certain things. But what the fuck is it that makes a lot of women still be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, still acting like they fucking children? See, that's my point. Whining, acting like little kids, thinking that if they do this and they do that and curse somebody out or bully somebody, they gonna get what they want. No, it don't work like that. It didn't work when we was kids. What makes you think it's gonna work now that we adults? Grown ass women out here acting like little ass children, with no dignity, no respect, no nothing. Like, let's make it make sense. You in your 30s, you telling me that you're going to be out here acting a fool all the time, especially on social media. Just because you get maybe 15 minutes of fame or, because I see a lot of people do it, whether they're celebrities or not. And you know what's crazy? I think that a lot of these females do it because they see a lot of these celebrities do what they do, or because maybe it's been passed down through granny, maybe auntie, mom, somebody, some female they was looking up to. Maybe I'm wrong. But we can have a conversation. These are open panels. The links is right there. I would love to hear y'all opinions. Or y'all can leave it, a comment down in the description below for those that catch the replay, or for those that in the chat. Y'all more than welcome. Hop up or leave, a comment down below. But this is a great topic. I would love to hear, y'all opinions, y'all perspectives, how y'all perceive this situation.
Path. Finding an honest doctor who isn't following in the footsteps of Big Pharma, which I hate, can feel impossible. That's why millions of men and women have turned to Native Path's vast selection of high-quality nutrition products. Native Path was created by a Texas doctor of physical therapy who discovered how poor nutrition was linked to many of the health issues his patients were dealing with on a daily basis. Their original collagen peptides include a unique protein that naturally declines with age and is proven to significantly increase bone strength and soothe joint pain. It minimizes wrinkles and cellulite, enhances hair. I'm not kidding. 2 years. It actually has an...
This is why they want to skip it like that.
Rabbi Shmuley. I don't know what to say about this guy. He is... There comes the 365-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk to try it. Listeners can visit nativepath.sale/ONC up to 45% off while supplies last. Again, that's nativepath.sale/Candace. All right, you guys, let's get into some stories. Let's start with the story. Rabbi Shmuley. I don't know what to say about this guy. He is, listen, if you were not following my old show,
She said they
at
need
Daily
some
Wire, and following
vitamin
the
D.
new show, I'll bring you
Commander
up to date. I'll
funny.
kind of put the two shows together. So Rabbi Shmuley and his hag daughter began a harassment campaign of me that lasted, I'm not kidding, 2 years. It actually hasn't ended. I shouldn't say it lasted 2 years. It began for 2 years after they were kind of wanting me to say something about Kanye West, who was my friend. And I don't believe in publicly throwing your friends under the bus. And he's basically like, you will do this or else. And they were like, we're coming for you. Or we're literally coming for you and we're going to harass you until you lose your job. So I'm going to show you just a compilation of their clips over the years of the stuff that they said to me. Literally the only reason for this was because I wouldn't throw Kanye West under the bus 2 years ago. So take a listen.
We've got an incredible show for you tonight.
These damn commercials.
Candace Owens is gripped with a poisonous, almost pathological hatred of Jews. It's actually become very serious. It's actually almost frightening. When you see a woman like Candace Owens blood libeling the Jewish people, Candace Owens is losing it. Her anti-Semitism goes by the day.
There is something really, truly wrong with Candace Owens. You guys know that I dislike liars and anti-Semites more than anything in the whole entire world. And here we have a combination of both.
Candace Owens simply will not stop defending Kanye West. It's like an obsession. If she's unable to genuinely and authentically condemn what Kanye said, it says a lot about her.
If you come for us, we'll come back at you with everything that we have. I have heard from hundreds of you who feel so backstabbed and betrayed and disappointed in Candace Owens and others who defended, who enabled and encouraged Kanye West to continue spreading lies and venom and medieval Jewish hatred. Candace Owens posted a picture of my face and my name and my account to her over 4 million followers yesterday.
Oh, so they mad because Candace Owens is exposing a lot of stuff in the industry, but they mad because Candace Owens won't speak on Kanye West because that's her friend. I mean, but Kanye West hasn't been wrong. I mean, he's been wrong on a couple things, but he's been on point and he's been exposing a lot. I mean, can we call him a liar? Can we? I mean, we're not there. He's only speaking on what allegedly he's been through. So I can't even judge the man on some real shit. I can't say I hate him. I can't say I like him. I'm not a fan of Kanye West. You see where I'm coming from? But I can't say I love him. I can't say I hate him. He's been on point with so much stuff. It's like Jaguar Wright. I feel as though that Jaguar Wright's been wrong on a couple things, but goddamn, she's been on point with so much. Now, I used to like Jaguar Wright when I was young. Can I say I'm a fan? No. Do I like her? Do I hate her? I like her to a certain extent. I think she be shout out sometimes. She crazy. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I think I pray for her. Let's put it like this. I pray for Jaguar Wright because I know she's exposed a lot of stuff that she had, she shouldn't have exposed out here. So my prayers do go out to her, but damn, the hate is real out here. Not just from celebrities to celebrities, but from fans to celebrities, but from, us civilians, from us regular people, right? Us that don't carry a bag, us that live in the hoods and the urban communities. There be so much hate amongst us ourselves that it's just crazy. Like I see why they see us the way they see us.
Many of whom are violence crazed and unhinged.
You really went after Candace Owens today. Why?
That's a sliver of what she actually deserves. She is such a liar. She is an anti-Semite. She hates Jews. She has a thing with Jews.
But can they show us proof on what she's lied? I mean, they keep saying she is such a liar, but where? At one point of her topics, her conversations, has she lied? What has she lied on? Y'all just keep saying she's a Jew hater, but can y'all prove she's a Jew hater? I mean, I'm just asking a couple questions.
Well, isn't it weird?
And while Jews are being attacked around the world, she finds it really necessary to spend her time, use her platform to defend and protect Kanye West.
There you go.
Kanye West is not just a anti-Semite. He's a Hitler lover. That's a different level altogether.
Literally. She is abominable. I actually am disgusted by her because she hates Israel. We are coming for you, Candace, on the media, on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter.
The more she defends Kanye West, the more we're going to call her out.
Defending Kanye, we will come for you.
Kanye? Hi, everybody. Purim is a day of celebration. We feel bad for Candace.
Yo, what the fuck does this man got on his fucking nose? Is that a penis hanging from his nose? Like, what the? Yo, you should not be carrying your child right now. Put her down and take that shit off your nose. Like, what the fuck? And then you got filth scribbled on your forehead. Yeah, you got some filth on your nose. Like, I can't tell if that's a fucking grandpa penis in your fucking nose right now. That's Squidward. Like, what the fuck happened to Squidward's nose? They flattened that shit. Yo, wrinkly ass penis on this old man's fucking. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me shut up.
With her image of what Jews are supposed to look like, why not at least validate her? I am.
Put your
dressed up as a
child
Candace
down.
Owens
It's
Jew.
about
This
to
is not a
touch that
Christian
icky
child,
thing
it's
in your
Jewish.
nose.
But if it would be, I got my Christian blood.
Oh, he about to pee in the cup.
Spicy, delicious. I got my Jewish nose.
That's your
I have
Jewish
filth because Jews are.
Is he trying? Listen, man, no disrespect to any Jews, but he said it. He said he got a Jewish nose, and that thing looked like, listen, man, it looked like Squidward got into some type of accident, his nose flattened. Or, the other way I view and perceive the situation, this man got a flattened penis in his, like, it's hanging. It's in the place where his nose should be. He got grandpa's penis hanging in between his face. Like, what the fuck?
All filth. And more than anything else, what does 80 have?
He finally put her down. Respect. Now, what the fuck? Wait, what the hell? Sure, even the fucking games are getting freaky. I swear to God, I feel like we're in the middle of some type of sex cult. The movies, the games, the music. Like, what's going on, man? Yo, this shit is crazy. You see this shit?
I don't know, guys. Well, I want to be very clear. Jews are not filth. Rabbi Shmuley is in fact filth. And if that is going to inspire an FBI report, because I say he's filth, and I am going to maintain that opinion until the day I die, I guess I got to get visited by the FBI. I don't know if they're going to knock, knock. Who's there? Excuse me. Did you not allow Rabbi Shmuley to just attack you for 2 years unchecked? Who do you think you are? I mean, it's just, okay. Is this why we're going to the police? It's like, I'm going to the FBI. What? I'm going to the FBI. Just him and his hag daughter are just, they really are just a study. When we speak about radical Zionism and the picture of that, it's these two. Obviously, they do tremendous harm to the Jewish community. I mean, and I know, I want to be clear.
Yo, this shit is crazy, Commander. Listen, man, even the games, the cartoons is getting out of pocket. My daughter asking me questions about certain cartoons. I'm like, man, I grew up on Disney, but Disney, man, I'm starting to feel embarrassed with y'all. I'm feeling so ashamed because I gotta sit here and tell my daughter certain questions. I mean, answer my daughter's questions, and they're not easy to answer. Y'all know that? Do y'all know that? I'm saying, I'm like, where did you get this from? Well, I was watching this and, mommy, they was talking about this and they was doing that. Well, can I know, like, is it okay for a girl and a girl to do this and a boy to do this? And I'm saying here, I'm getting tired of finding different ways to try to answer her questions, in a kid way. But it's impossible when y'all make it so hard. And Disney, y'all on the top of my list because y'all making it harder, man. I grew up on y'all. I grew up with y'all. I watched y'all my whole life. I still watch y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to tell my daughter. Give me 1 second. I do apologize for the interruptions. My baby isn't feeling good, so I had to attend her. So let's get back to it. But yeah, this whole situation is crazy. Basically, they hating on Candace because she supports Kanye West. It's crazy because you see that a lot here, especially like on YouTube. People hate on certain people because certain people support certain people. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, like, what the hell is we, turning into? I was just having a whole conversation with, a couple of friends I used to chill with when we was young. Like, we just seen each other, we sat down, we talked, and we was just talking about that. Like, damn, man, growing up, we didn't see color, yo. I swear to God, we just all used to just chill, have fun, get along, play, and we didn't give a fuck about nothing that was going on in the world. But we was all different colors, different shades, different ethnicities, yo, for real. And it's like, we grew up and now it's like all you hear is nothing but racism this, racism that. I'm like, why we ain't noticed this when we was growing up? What happened?
There are virtually no people in the Jewish community that think that his brand is good for them. You've heard Jewish people on the show.
Blessings, Gaga. Okay, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Gaga Rosolte. Blessings, Gaga. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy the content, yo. But yeah, basically the whole hate is because she supports somebody. And I feel as though that people just need to, how can I say it? Listen, man, if you don't fuck with this person, right, but you fuck with this person, don't try to get this person in the middle, whatever you and this person got going on, because it's not going to go good. That hashtag pick a side that people got going on now, that shit don't go like that. Because a lot of people don't get involved in certain shit. Like, if it's not my problem, it's not my beef, why am I getting in it? You know why that happens? Because every time people get involved in other people's situations and other people's messes, people end up pulling knives from their backs. That's the realest thing I could say right now. And I'm like, yeah. There's nothing else that could top that. Like, you can see how real the hate be.
Whether Zionist or not, say that they obviously recognize that he is unhinged, and he is unhinged while at the same time insisting that I am unhinged. But yeah, they reported that he went to the FBI to file a complaint against me because I am saying that he and his daughter are trying to murder me. Yeah, no, I didn't say that, but he thinks that I've said that. And he said also because I insinuated that he killed Michael Jackson.
Oh, shit.
I have literally no idea what he's talking about, but I want him to just do what he and his hag daughter feel needs to be done. I think their relationship is very strange. I've said that. I think it's weird to sell sex products with your father, and I think it's weird that they just won't step into the background, if he actually cares about the plight of Jewish people.
Yeah, that shit kind of weird. Listen, man, if I know my father, I would not sit here and sell no type of sex products with my father. I mean, listen, if they left me the business, okay, then I'll sell some shit. But me sitting here next to my father selling sex products, no, like, yeah, that to me is kind of weird. I mean, I don't know who else is weird, but yeah, I'm with Candace on this one. I didn't know that. Ooh, people, man. Listen, what's crazy is, right, I've noticed that people get mad because of Candace's opinion, right? She has an opinion. Everybody has one. It's like an asshole. Everybody has one. Like, that just really fucks me up. It's an opinion. It doesn't make it factual about you, but it's an opinion. It's just how somebody perceives something, how somebody sees something, or how somebody feels about something. But people take an opinion to the point where, damn, they want to fight somebody or they want to take somebody's life. And that to me is like, what the hell? People are just weird.
He should probably realize that he's not the best spokesperson, because people all around the world of all races and all religions, pretty much accept the fact that Rabbi Shmuley is just unwell, just a mentally unwell individual. And he needs a little more than maybe just some rest at a hospital, just a little bit of rest, take a break, do the thing that celebrities say when they say they're suffering from exhaustion. And he can take his little outfit with him if he'd like to. But yeah, I just had to show you that because I thought it was absolutely hilarious that he's actually gone to the FBI to report me. He's like, you will support Israel and say something about Kanye West, or else we're going to the FBI. Totally normal mainstream stuff, you guys. All right, speaking of totally normal mainstream stuff, let's talk about the DNC last night. They had their convention. The Democrats had their convention. And I mean, it went about as expected, I would say. And by as expected, I mean that Donald Trump got a bump in the polls. It's a fact. Donald Trump got a bump in the polls. Strangest moment for me was just seeing.
So did Donald Trump get a bump in the in the polls because of the DNC from yesterday? Damn, I gotta look into that. I didn't know. I know that Biden was supporting Harris. Obama was supporting Harris. I think I could have sworn I saw Clinton up in there, John, talking, and Hillary. If I'm not mistaken, Bill Clinton and Hillary were there too. And they endorsed her. Man, people, listen, man, I think people is making a mistake. Y'all know there's other presidents running too, right? There's other people running for president. But I feel as though that as much focus as y'all put into the presidential election, y'all should put it into the mayor elections, senators, governors, and all that. When it's time to, vote for them, y'all should put all that effort into them. Because, like, all these little bills and stuff that get passed, right? It get written by them. We got to hit the legislators, but y'all so focused on the president. No wonder why we keep repeating the cycle.
Seeing people cry when Joe Biden walked out. I don't know. It was like a tear, as if he was coming back from war. They were chanting his name. I'll just show you a very brief clip here of.
Wasn't they just disappointed at Biden? Now they crying, or who? She said Bill or Biden? Let me see. Hold on.
Nancy Pelosi. I think she's saying something in her eyes when she doesn't really want to join this chant, but take a look.
You can skip this video, but you can't skip the truth. Right now in North Gaza, children are going to bed hungry every night.
We loved you, Joe. Okay, she's like, I don't love him that much. I don't know. Literally, there were people crying when he walked out. I mean, it was like somebody was back from the dead. Totally weird. Well, actually, I joined this chant, but take a look. We loved you, Joe. Okay, she's like, I don't love him that much. I don't know. Literally, there were people crying when he walked out. I mean, it was like somebody was back from the dead. Totally weird. Well, actually, not weird. He is kind of back from the dead. I get it now. I actually changed my position on that. I get why some people were crying, because it does feel a little bit like he's back from the dead. But, it's just really interesting to kind of see that and just wonder, like,
why is people crying over a man they don't know? I mean, listen, I was young when China passed away from wrestling, right? And I know I cried, but I was young. And I was a wrestling fan back then. I mean, not that much. I wouldn't even say I was a fan of certain wrestlers. Real shit, not a wrestling fan. Let me say it like that. Let me fix that. I was a fan of certain wrestlers, so I will only do my research on a particular, on particular wrestlers, like the ones I liked. I didn't give a fuck about the rest. I would watch wrestling when the ones that I like came on, like for real. But as you get older, it's like, how can you still, oh my god, I can't wait to meet this. No, it's like, oh no. Like, it's still certain celebrities I want to meet now that I'm older, but I don't act like a fan. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. That's why I'm asking, like, why is it that they, how can I say it? Act like a 5-year-old that just met their superhero. Like, we grown, man. Y'all crying over a man y'all don't even know.
What it is that people are crying over. And I also want to show you this clip of the issues that they decided to take on. Before we get to that, I do want to thank Pure Talk. I'm going to give you guys a little wireless hack that can cut your cell phone bill in half every single month. And you guys know that is simply switching to Pure Talk. Pure Talk is a company that I use. It only charges you for data that you actually want. And for just $25 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigs of data plus a mobile hotspot. Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile want you to believe that you need unlimited data so that they can overcharge you. The fact is that most of you are buying way more data than you will ever need. You know what you can do with 5 gigs data? You can browse the internet for 135 hours, stream 1,000 songs, or watch 10 hours of Candace Owens video. That's the pitch. So stop overpaying for wireless and get 5G coverage with Pure Talk. Which is very easy. There's no contract, no activation fee, and you even get to keep your phone number. So head to puretalk.com/Owens. Again, that is puretalk.com/Owens, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month with Pure Talk. Okay, back to the DNC, because I'm sure so many of you guys did not actually watch it. But here are the issues, and they just are so theatrical. Speaking, of course, about Project 2025. And I think, by the way, this was actually a moment. I thought it was powerful.
How do y'all feel about Project 2025? Have y'all read all 900 pages of Project 2025? I mean, I'm going to sit here and be honest. I haven't read all 900 pages, but I've made it to almost like 300, right? Because it's going to take me forever to get through that whole damn pack. How many of y'all agree to that if y'all read at least the majority of the pages or skimmed through it and read certain stuff? Like, how many of y'all agree with Project 2025? Do y'all understand it? Because a shorty's still trying to really understand Project 2025. And, like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to benefit us. Facts. I know it's not something new, but it's like, why are they hyping it? They not hyping. I mean, why are they hyping it up so much? Oh, you watch wrestling. You said Roman Reigns is one of the reasons why I watch. I used to watch wrestling more because, Undertaker, Triple H. I think around 2016 when I had my daughter, I was still watching wrestling a little bit. I had restarted a little while before that, but I stopped. 2016 when I had my daughter, I really stopped watching wrestling, and I just recently got back into it. I'm mad the Undertaker's not there. I know Triple H is managing it. Paul Heyman is. I'm not sure if he's has parts. I think if I'm not mistaken, I also just recently found out that The Rock. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think The Rock owns SmackDown or something like that, or he has parts of SmackDown. But see, I'm getting back into wrestling, so I don't want to put my foot into my mouth. And I got a little strike for doing that Vince McMahon, so now I have to do the Vince McMahon live all over again. So I have to figure it out, find the right videos so I don't get them strikes like that. Hell no. Okay. But let's get back on topic. My bad. Let's see what Candace is about to say about Project 2025.
Take a listen.
I'm Michigan State Senator Mallory McMorrow, and this is Project 2025. Tonight, I want to tell you about just one aspect of Project 2025. It's planned to turn Donald Trump into a dictator. Okay, right here on page 535, it says, quote, reissue Trump's Schedule F executive order to permit discharge of non-performing employees. Now that doesn't sound that scary, right? But here's what it actually means in plain English. If Donald Trump gets back into the White House, he's going to fire civil servants like intelligence officers, engineers, and even federal prosecutors if he decides that they don't serve his personal agenda.
Dave McCormick said he's pro-life, like that's a good thing.
Come on. That's ridiculous.
Dave McCormick is anti-
Okay, that's what it is. He owns a company within the WWE. Okay, see, like I said, I'm still, I'm still learning. So thank you for letting the shorty know, correcting the shorty. I knew it was something like that. That's why I said I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth. But I hate these damn ads, yo. I wish they didn't have them.
He'd oppose it.
And that, my friends, is likely why people decided to support Trump, because I think that's kind of the point. I think we do want to fire people in government. I think the whole goal here is to decrease the burden that Americans are facing because of our high taxes, because all the Democrats do. They pretend that there's been a boost in jobs. They're like, oh, we've added 100,000 more jobs in government. We've added it in the IRS, and now they are going to sit there and nickel and dime every hardworking American who's just trying.
Let me say something, right? Reopening thousands of jobs, right? Reopening thousands of jobs doesn't mean that y'all made thousands of jobs. Y'all didn't sit here and create thousands of jobs or none of that. They didn't do none of that. They reopened jobs. And the jobs that they reopened, guess what? It's slow as shit right now still. Especially now that there's another pandemic coming. Did y'all hear about the monkeypox and all that stuff that's going around? It's not just COVID. They're not telling us everything. But hey, I guess to each his own. Okay. I'ma make sure I subscribe to your channel, and when I get off this John, I'm gonna go check you. So shout out to We On Lock. If I have a model in here, can y'all put his link down there for anybody that wishes to go check him out? I really appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Trying to get by and feed their family. And why don't we fire those people and instead stop spending our money overseas on all of these senseless wars that never seem to end and don't serve any of our interests? I think that is one of the best parts about Project 2025. And by the way, I was happy to see actually one of the writers of Babylon Bee, Joel Berry, tweeted this morning, like, I actually finally looked through the Project 2025. And isn't this what we want? Yes, that is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with it other than the fact that we have allowed the script to be set by Democrats who are operating, I think, with low information, or they generally do want to be taxed into oblivion. I mean, what is the appeal here? Like, I think genuinely Project 2025 is scary for people who don't want to get up and go to work and do anything and simply want governments to just give them handouts. Like, they just want that $300 COVID check to roll in every couple of weeks, and they have no sense of purpose. Then I would say, do not vote for Donald Trump. Do not vote for Republicans. Their mission is to actually have people who want to work be rewarded.
I mean, I've said this before, right? And I listen, if you get mad at me, get mad at me. I really don't give three fucks, right? For real. Like, I feel like the supplemental income should be for the people that need it. You get into an accident and you're not able to work, that supplemental income comes in handy. The elderly that cannot go to work, the veterans that have been through a lot and can't work. And what's crazy is you see a lot of veterans homeless. A lot of these homeless people out here, right, are veterans. I've seen some people take veterans in because they care. And it's fucked up like them. Okay, these people fought for us, fought for our country, right? But y'all don't give them what? No type of income, no housing, no nothing. But yet y'all got all these gang immigrants, and I'm going to say it the right way. All these gang immigrants, y'all passing them, having them cross the border to get all these, votes in for the Democrats, right? They cross the border, y'all let them in here, but y'all giving them exercise, y'all giving them food stamps. But our elderly are out here losing their houses. A lot of them don't got nowhere to go, nowhere to stay, no family. A lot of our mental health patients don't got supplemental incomes. They're in the streets, becoming addicts. Oh, let's keep going. Oh, the way that Biden made this HIPAA law, right? Where the parents don't got rights over their kids, right? And what I mean by that, parents don't have rights over their kids, right? One little fucked up thing that a counselor says in school, right? And you get DHS, they'll try to take your kid, no questions asked. This HIPAA law with the mental health situation, whereas in right now, a minor has more rights than the parent themselves. She said 8, but they didn't let a Venezuelan migrant into the DNC. They using them. But you gotta peep, right? All these migrants that they're coming through are not regular civilian migrants. They're gang members. all gang members. Peep it. Peep all this shit that's been happening. But you know what? Hey, people don't want to listen. People don't. So that's why I say, like, I don't know. I got to look deeper into this Project 2025 because I feel like, I don't know, could it be more like, does it benefit us in the urban community or will it benefit more? How can I say it? The bougie community. What I mean is the suburban community. Because, you know, we got both. We're the hood. We're the urban community, us down here. All right. But don't get it fucked up. People in the suburban community still live on Section 8, have food stamps, have, you know, supplemental income. They got SSI, they got all this. It's not because they rich. They just don't act like people here in the urban community. A lot of them don't. Yo, I used to hear suburban community is all full of white people. All this, no, man, it's mixed up now. I don't know if it's always been like that, but now that I'm older, I see a lot of, you know, of them mixed up. I see Chinese people, I see Mexicans, I see Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, black people. Man, I see Jamaicans. I see all types of cultures in there, man. It's just a difference on the way we behave, the way we act. Over here, I don't know. Like when bullshit happens, motherfuckers got pride or ego. They won't dial 911. They say you're snitching. Over there, they do graffiti on the wall. We need an officer. Da-da-da-da-da. You better arrest. They don't care if it's a teenager or a child. They'll call. They want this officer to arrest whoever did it. It should be crazy. I know y'all don't want to hear that shit, but that's how it be, man. Y'all gotta really open up your eyes and pay attention to everything that's going on. Like, don't just stay stuck on the bad stuff. Look at also the good stuff that happens around. Like in the urban community, we also got good things that happen, but nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about these kids that, you know, graduate with honors, that sit here and they get these little trays and they do this. They end up, you know, making it somewhere, doing something, right? There's stories out there. Look for them. Find them. You can also change the algorithm of your social media pages by what you watch constantly. If you constantly watch shit that's toxic and, you know, shit that involves beef and shit that's drama, that's what you're constantly going to get. But if you watch different stuff, things that involve learning, things that involve cooking, history, you know, your algorithm will mix up, will change up. And people, you know, I guess they don't want to hear it. They want to be stuck in the same cycle. They want to be stuck. Social media is big. You can learn from a lot of people on these damn different channels. It's not just all about beef and bullshit all the time. I love me some comedy. I love me some roasting as long as it's respectful. I love me some roasting because some people just don't know how to roast. They think they roasting, but in reality, they talking shit and beef and starting some shit. That's why I'm like, yo, I love me some, you know, roasting as long as it's respectful. But some people don't know how to roast. And I sure as hell love me some comedy. I just don't like the drama that people start because they can't handle certain shit that's being said and they be all up in their emotions before trying to figure out if it's a joke or roast or if it's some real shit. And that's how it is, though.
For that work by decreasing the tax burden. But for the rest of us, that sounds pretty good. So I think that prop that she was holding, which just looked extraordinarily goofy, and everything that she was saying, people at home who are Democrats are going, wait, what's wrong with that? I think that's something that I can get behind because you know what? We are not living in the best economic climate, which brings me to American financing. I know that everyone is getting stressed because of your monthly income. It just doesn't seem to be covering the bills anymore. You're not alone. Most Americans feel this way. Everything's getting more expensive. People are reaching more and more for credit cards to cover basics like childcare, insurance, power, and food.
It's not just that everything is getting expensive. Let's talk about the fake foods that, you know, like we go out grocery shopping. I mean, I'm glad I've been blessed. I haven't been across, you know, I haven't come across the fake food. I mean, I think the chicken breasts, I feel like the ones that I've bought are fake, but I can't sit here and say it. But I could, you know, honestly say I could really, really say that I've never sat here and cleaned some chicken breast, right? That has no blood and that shreds as you're cleaning it. I mean, I thought it shredded when you know, after you cooked it and you sat here and then you know, you shredded it apart with your fingers or a fork. But while you're cleaning it, while it's raw, nah. That's why I don't, listen, man, give me some salads, give me some fruits and call me a fucking rabbit. Shit. Throw me in the damn forest with damn Bambi and his mama and Thumper. Shh. When they was alive. Because it's a shame, man. They killed all my homies' friends, his mama and everything, yo. Like, he lost his whole life right there. I cried. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, man. I watched Bambi and VHS with them TVs with the big butts. I was like 8 years old. Yo, my mama pop, yo, she just sat here and said, watch this. And it was Bambi. And they just took his mama. Like right from the gate. The movie starts and they just take his mama. Yo, I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking back, like, damn, that movie really made you cry. I'm not the only one that said that, all right? Ain't no shame in my game. I really cried in Bambi. I was a little kid. They killed his mama. You should see Thumper. He was so cute. He made it all the way up to episode 2. I mean to movie number 2. $17 for a shitty burger, shitty fries, and a large icy cup with a little Coke. Shit. I remember back then, man, I used to be able to go to the movie theaters. The tickets were $3 for the kids, $5 for the adults. Yo, man, when my son went to the movie theaters the other day and he said, Mom, I spent 19 something for my ticket. I said, you spent what for your ticket? He said, yeah, we saw the movie. I think it was on 3D or some shit like that. And I'm like, how the fuck you spent all that money on a ticket, man? The tickets were just cheap, like maybe 5 years ago before the pandemic. He's like, no, Mom. It was between me and the girl that I took. I spent like $30 on the tickets, right? And I think he said he spent like almost $40, $50 in food in the movie theaters. And I'm sitting here like, damn, that shit went from $3 tickets for kids, $5 tickets to the adults, to what, almost $17 for one ticket? What, you paying $13 almost? Yeah, they charge more for the 3D movies. And I'm saying, I'm like, I would have thought he would have came and told me $13 a piece. Nah, man, ain't no $13 a piece. He paid almost 16 something for the tickets for him and his girl. His girl, like each ticket 16 something, because I know the total came up to 30 something. So yeah. Like I'm sitting here like, fuck, man, almost $20 for a damn ticket. You got me fucked up, man. I'll wait for the movie that coming home. I could smoke my earthly goods, get me some Jack Daniels, fall back and chill. For real, for real. Hell no. The way prices went up on everything. And then to top it off, we're paying for air. We're literally paying for air because half the food that we're eating is not real. I stopped eating at restaurants. No more fast foods like that. Yo, my daughter is mad at her dad. No more McDonald's. No more McDonald's. No more. No. Listen, Florida passed that bill, right? That's why I keep saying y'all got to get to, y'all got to sit here and get with your mayors, senators, governors, and all of them, and DAs and all that to get these little bills and laws passed. Florida passed the bill where they're not allowed to sell no more fake food. They can't sell fake food no more in Florida. So what the hell's going on with every other state? Philadelphia, Cheryl Parker, as a block captain, as somebody, as a leader of my community, as y'all so-called us. What's going on with us? We've been requesting it. No more fake food in Philadelphia. Is the bill going to get passed yet? I don't know. We'll find out.
It is tough. If you're feeling this way, you should call my friends at American Financing. They are helping hardworking Americans just like you tap into their home equity to pay off their high interest debt and even create some additional savings to be ready for whatever life throws your way. With interest rates dropping, a company like American Financing that never charges any upfront or hidden fees is the perfect partner to help you get into better financial shape. Their consultants are saving homeowners an average of $800 a month. Waiting is not an option. Call today. You may delay 2 mortgage payments if you do. The number is 800-795-1210. Again, that's 800-795-1210. Or if you want to make it easy, you can visit americanfinancing.net/Owens. Okay, you guys, let me jump into the chat. I get into this chat, okay? I'm going to read a couple of super chats and then just read the live chat. I just see somebody wrote transitioning. who like, what is going on? Oh, thank you. That was a good ad transition. Thank you. That was a good ad transition. Transitioning like Bruce Jenner. I get it. Haha. This person says the MK Ultra team gave me a house. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to get into some of these super chats. This person writes, not a question. I just want to say, I love you, Candace. Thank you, Savage. I see that. Quick says, my favorite description of Rabbi Shmuley's daughter is a hag. Yeah, I mean, I just think like she's got a face for radio. I don't know. I just think I wouldn't be on camera that much if that's what I looked like and speaking like such a little witch, you know, like I'm going to get her if she doesn't say something about Kanye like for 2 years. It's kind of weird. It's a little, it's giving a little obsessed. It's giving a little neurotic to say the least. This person, RMNL, writes, watching from work. I love what you do, Candace. Keep it up. Same from T. May Dinger as well. Thank you guys for all these super chats. Jody writes, McMorrow is a disgrace to Michigan. McMorrow, by the way, is the name of the senator who just spoke and with the big prop and said that Project 2025 was something to be feared, right along with Whitmer, who this person aptly describes as Witchmer, another hag. Dean Voltaire says Biden's mortician did.
I think that's why we got to look deeper into these projects, real deeper into these projects. So, like I said, I've made it up to 300 pages. It's 900 pages into this.
A good job on his makeup, though. Seemed lifelike. Yes, that's why I'm saying. That's why they were crying. They were like, this magician of a makeup artist has brought our president back from the dead. I think he's also got some injections going on. Holly Motto writes, Bassem Youssef account canceled on Twitter. Israel official accounts commenting bye. I mean, I gotta just know who's running the Israel official account. I don't know. I just feel like given the PR crisis that they're facing, like maybe leaning out of like, we control America, kind of like, I feel like that's what they're signaling when they say goodbye or whatever, like we control stuff, would probably just be advisable. Hire me for PR. I could just be like, hey, it's just not advisable right now. You know, that we should just maybe not be saying LOL by Bassem Youssef. Now, but I want to be clear. I don't know if Bassem was suspended or if he deleted his account, which is why.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question, right? I know Candace could be shout out and crazy sometimes, right? If she ran for president and it was her versus Kamala Harris, who would y'all vote for?
I didn't comment on that. I don't know if it has been confirmed whether or not he deleted his account. For those of you who are not aware, perhaps, of who Bassem Youssef is, he is a Egyptian pro-Palestinian voice who initially went viral in an interview with Piers Morgan. I think he did a very good job in a very calm way of explaining the Palestinian side of the debate. And since then, he's sort of been this, I guess, shot into the world as a spokesperson for what's going on into Palestine. In Palestine, his wife, my understanding, is Palestinian. So that is why he said that. It's Archie writes, I just want to say your work isn't going without return. So many people are having their eyes opened. I know. And I say, virtually every episode, I just want to thank you guys, because despite the firestorm of everything that happened this weekend, more people signed up for our locals page, went to locals.com and gave and supported, because I almost think now the media is just in an echo chamber. Like, they write the articles for themselves. So they kind of pass it around. It's like, you know, the New York Post is writing for Daily Mail and they're all like, yes, we've got this person, but they are completely out of touch with the American people. They have no idea. They cannot predict which way culture is going. And I have faced these firestorms before for being really just ahead of the curve. I mean, I think the first one, which was the most, maybe not the most vicious, but the first one I recall was the Me Too one. I mean, Republicans and Democrats were in lockstep on Me Too. And you go back, and I was the first one to tweet, like, this is ridiculous movement, and got canceled. And people were saying, Charlie Kirk, you better not have her ever on the stage again. She supports rape. People were crying at Turning Point, being like, I can't work for this organization if she supports rape. That same dramatic thesis in the media, like she supports rape. Like, why would I support rape? I just think that there's obviously something wrong with the Me Too movement when you can condemn men who are not able to go through the system and prove their innocence. They're just being socially lynched. And then, of course, the world caught up. And then I think the second time I ripped a hole in the universe was when I said, I don't support Black Lives Matter. And my goodness, people were, how could you as a Black person ever say this? And that was only quadrupled when I said that the George Floyd thing.
My whole thing is, even after y'all found out that the Me Too movement wasn't real, that it was all a scam, that the Black Lives Matter was all a scam, y'all still supporting these movements? I mean, who's crazy? Candace or the people that are still supporting these movements after they found out what these movements really represent?
The story that was being told. I mean, the media was like, yes, this is it, the George Floyd narrative. And then I just went on Facebook and ripped a hole through that narrative, and people were upset. And again, the public was angry. I mean, the media was angry, but the public had never been more on my side. And the donations poured in, and they were like the lone voice to stand against this. And so the media has just become a mob that speaks to itself, you know, and I think the majority of people are rational. They are not believing these narratives. The cancel culture is a culture that has come to its natural end. You know, you don't get to just call people racist because you don't want to listen to why a Black person might not support Black Lives Matter. You don't get to call a woman a self-hating misogynist because you don't want to listen for the very sensible reasons why a woman might feel that the Me Too movement actually will do more harm in the end, as I felt. And you don't get the right to call somebody anti-Semitic because they are pointing to the fact that Israel is harboring pedophiles, you know.
I didn't realize I was on mute. That's a fact, yo. And what's crazy is, right, I've had a lot of females get mad at me because I speak on men's rights. I feel as though that, you know, men and women should have equal rights. Yeah. It's not just all women, women, women. I know that, you know, I'm with women's rights. But if we, you know, use it for the right things, not to sit here and bash men and bring them down all the time like a lot of women are doing now. Like that Feminism Act, I'm not with it. I'm not with a lot of these acts. How can I say movements? Because at the end of the day, what y'all think they represent, they really don't. We need to really wake up. We've been lied to the point that we really believe the lies that are told to us. Damn.
And it's not appropriate. And it feels as though we are not allowed to say anything, even on the topic of pedophilia about Israel, without having the entire mainstream media come down on us. And we, I think, especially as Americans, but all across the world, just need to remember that the media is not God. It's not, right? And the media does not get to set the tone for what it is that we listen to. They're not bigger than us. They don't exist without us. So they can yellow journalism themselves to sleep every single night. You know, Rabbi Shmuley and his daughter and the New York whatever and every single mainstream media outlet can say whatever they want because they no longer reflect how the people feel. What the people feel is that we are tired of being subjected to what is so obviously a global power, a power in which always renders American freedom somehow less free every time we are made to subject ourselves to it. And I feel just incredibly grateful and incredibly blessed that you guys have been on this journey, the way that the show has changed. And I just want you guys to know that I wake up every day and I say a prayer of gratitude for all of you all around the world for continuing to stay with me and for just being, I guess, so impervious to the media bullets, which I think that we all are at this moment. Anyway, you guys have still some special stuff coming out this week. Tomorrow, we are going to discuss the
All right. This shit is crazy, right? If you vote for Kamala Harris, let me ask y'all a question, right? Why are you voting for Kamala Harris? What's the reason that makes you vote for Kamala Harris? Like, is it because you believe that she's going to do something for us? Or is it that because she speaks all this woman empowerment stuff because she is a part of the Feminism Act? Like me, I wouldn't vote for Kamala. Like, I don't care if she's a woman. I don't care if she says that she's black. I don't care if she says she's, you know, fighting for women's rights. Because at the end of the day, both men and both women are going through it. And men go through it worse than what us women go through it. I mean, listen, get mad at me, hate me, you know, say whatever the fuck you want to say. But I do know that our black men here in America, go through it worse than anybody else here. Yeah, women go through it. But the black men are getting it worse. They got to deal with the police. They got to deal with the bullshit. And I'm not saying the black women don't get it, but at the end of the day, us women, all women, right, here in the urban community, right, we get away with more stuff than what these men get away with. Whether the man is Hispanic or whether the man is black, they go through it worse than us out here in these streets. And that's what us women gotta realize. And a lot of women make it hard on the men that are out here busting their asses trying to be good men. Like, we're not gonna break the cycle. Listen, man, if you want a bad boy, right, you're gonna have to deal with the bullshit that comes along with it. Like, I'm dead serious. That's why I be telling, like, I've told a lot of females, be careful. Like, that's what you want, be careful. A lot of females want to jump into bed with these bad boys, not realizing that there's consequences behind their actions. Hold on one second, guys. Let me play the next video that I was gonna play real quick. So I'll deal with my daughter real quick. So we got an IMPD surgeon accused of trading child pornography. Man, I keep saying it, man. Just because, listen, yo, I keep telling people that the real heroes out here, the real heroes to me, firefighters, nurses, surgeons. Those are the real heroes. These cops, shout out to the good ones that are out there, but it's too many cops out here that are trigger happy and that are corrupt. I don't trust the cops. I don't trust the police department. I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust the CIA. I don't trust any of them.
Your paychecks have stopped and your medical bills are being denied.
We start tonight with an Indianapolis police sergeant.
So this sergeant is accused of trading child porn, tried to cover his tracks using investigation knowledge. Because he was trained in this, he tried to use his skills so that he wouldn't get caught. Yo, I don't trust the system. I really don't.
Sergeant accused of sharing and trading child porn and using investigative knowledge to cover his...
Blessings. Big Blue, welcome to the chat. I'm not sure which one I am. I was born in 1989. I'm 35 years old right now. Like the whole the boomer, Generation X, millennial thingy, Generation Z kind of got me confused. I'm dead serious. Like, don't judge a shorty, but I'm not sure which one I belong in. I just know I respect my elders. I was brought up a certain way. I mean, I was raised differently. And I've bumped my heads. I've lost too much to sit here and say, you know. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me let this play real quick while I deal with my daughter.
His tracks. Now he's under arrest tonight, facing a dozen charges. Thanks so much for joining us at 5. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Birshel Edmay. We requested and now have the court documents related to the arrest of IMPD Sergeant Javed Richards.
Fox 59's Russ McQuaid has the new information and what Richards said when detectives closed in.
This is the PC against Javed Richards and his alleged cyber journey through the world of child pornography and what detectives say he said when they put him in handcuffs. Sergeant Javed Richards was an honored member of IMPD for 12 years and is now a dishonored defendant charged with soliciting and dispensing child pornography over the internet. Investigators allege inside his apartment one Sunday morning last month, Richards carried on conversations and swapped disturbing videos of young children being sexually abused with other users. It allegedly happened 10 times after Richards wrapped up his off-duty employment outside of a Lafayette Road business. And then he fired up a computer on a keyboard linked to an address tracked by detectives. Richards then reportedly began sharing videos with other users and carrying on these conversations with his internet nickname, Chaz Please.
Yo, and this is coming right from someone who is supposed to protect and serve. He didn't protect, and he definitely served. He took and served to other people what he wasn't supposed to. Men like this, yo, man. Hashtag rest in peace to all predators, yo. We building caskets in this bitch.
Chaz, please, what else you got? What do you want? Anything special? Asked the other person. Just no limits, said Richards. What you got? He asked another user. Everything. High quality stuff was the answer.
When you find one person, if he was someone who communicated with others, and they all don't do that, then yeah, every one of those people will be contacted at some point somehow to see if they are culpable also.
Richards was arrested at his desk Monday, and when detectives confronted him with the evidence gathered from his own online chats, the officer reportedly said, quote, "Yeah, this is embarrassing to talk about. I don't even know how I ended up there. So dumb. Whatever it was, it's not who I am, right?" A refrain one veteran investigator.
Wow, he said that's embarrassing to talk about. Whatever happened is not who he is. Yeah, it really shows who you really are. The character you was portraying to be is not who you really are. You portrayed to be this officer that cared about his community, that was out here protecting and serving, but yet you was taking the innocence of people and just sharing it out to them sick freaks. Yo, sometimes, I keep saying it, man, I wasn't just born into the wrong fucking family. I was born into the wrong generation. I was born in the wrong generation, lost in time's illusion. God's mix-up in my mother's womb, a cosmic confusion. Feeling out of place like a puzzle piece misplaced. Searching for my purpose in this unfamiliar space. Born into a world that doesn't quite fit. A soul trapped in a modern-day script. Yearning for simplicity, longing for a connection. In a fast-paced world of constant rejection, I navigate this life with an ancient soul's gaze, struggling to find my path in these chaotic days. Perhaps God had a plan beyond what I can see, to challenge me to grow and set my spirit free. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, I was part of a cosmic confusion. God was wrong when he put me in this generation, man. He wasn't thinking straight. I ask him sometimes what happened. Was I supposed to be here? What's the purpose? But he just tells me, keep trying, keep going. I mean, I just keep trying and I just keep going. That's it. That's it. But when I see shit like this, boy, sometimes I wonder. Like, God, do you have a temper too? And is it okay for me to unleash mine? Because God damn, this hashtag rest in peace to all the predators out here. Yo, we building caskets in this bitch.
Told me he's heard before.
Many times I heard that every time I hear a car door, I think it's you guys coming. And they're waiting for the day.
Richards is due in court at 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. In the newsroom, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.
Richards is suspended tonight. Chief Bailey has recommended he be terminated. The chief released a statement last night.
Hold the fuck up. So y'all only suspended the damn officer? Y'all should have terminated. He should be behind bars. Fuck bars. That nigga should be in a casket right now. Y'all should give him the needle or the electric chair.
Saying in part his alleged actions constitute a betrayal of the sacred oath we take to protect and serve our community, and that these actions don't reflect the character of the brave men and women who serve Indianapolis with integrity and dedication every day.
I started the completed out of my love for Prince and has snowballed in.
Yo, people like this boil my blood, yo. I just want to smack the. Yo, listen, man, I just want to pull them off the screen. And I don't know. Blessings, April Showers. Blessings, Young Riaz. Blessings to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't know that there was anybody here. This shit makes me sick to my stomach, yo. Like, you would think, right, officers protect and serve. But this motherfucker took here and he just took and just served to the world. The underground world at that. The dark web. In this case, we have an ex-police officer's own body camera footage used against him in a criminal case. Lately, these cops have been so dumb. Like, I think a lot of them think they can get away with shit. But if y'all, if y'all learn your rights, right? If y'all learn your laws, y'all will see, right? Like, if a officer comes in your house, right, and he threatens your life, and y'all know y'all can fight back, right? I need people to go, learn their laws and their rights, because a lot of people don't know what they could do, to protect themselves, especially against an officer. That's why I'm against what Donald Trump said, give all officers immunity. I mean, I've had some people try to break it down and explain it to me. I get it. But officers are already protected by the law. Giving them immunity will give those that are scared, right, of the law to actually commit certain things because they got immunity. I mean, y'all not seeing the bigger picture in this. We already got corrupt cops. We got gangs inside the police departments. Y'all go watch that last live I did on Sonia Massey. There's a video that I reacted to on there of this YouTuber that shows us the gang members that are a part of police departments, including the KKKs. So we really need to learn our laws and our rights. In the land of the free, laws guide our way, but some turn a blind eye, letting warriors sway. Knowledge is power, in rights we find might. As civilians, it's crucial to stand up and fight. Justice is served when we know what's at stake. Ignoring our laws leaves room for mistake. Warriors defend us with all their might, but as civilians, we must also shine light. To uphold our freedom, to keep justice in sight, we must educate ourselves on what's wrong and what's right. Let's not sit idle while warriors bear the load. As civilians, let's rise and share the same code. So, man, I'm telling a lot of people to, it's time. Start educating yourselves, man, because a lot of these officers, a lot of these police officers like to take the law into their own hands. Giving them immunity, I don't think it's the way to go. I don't care how anybody sees it. Do y'all know they're already protected? Why give them immunity? Why aren't we protected? Fuck out of here.
From cop to convicted felon. Tonight, only WLWT has body camera footage that led to a former Seaman police officer getting arrested.
Yeah, it turns out the footage is from his own body camera that he actually never shut off. WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson's been digging into the case for the past year or so, and she has the public records that explain exactly what happened. Hi, Karen.
Well, hey, Mike, this body camera that you're about to see sparked the investigation. The Seaman police chief at the time was conducting an audit and saw footage that concerned him. It led to former officer James Stokes Sr. being placed on leave. He was then indicted and just recently pleaded guilty to theft in office and unauthorized use of a police database system. James Stokes Sr. heard talking on the phone.
You're the one playing that don't never show up, mother freaker.
In between sending texts. He's on duty at the time.
I'm on patrol. Where am I supposed to be?
Working the road for the Seaman Police Department. His shift seems to take an unusual turn after stopping to talk to a man he knows and who he allowed to drive his personal truck.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting underwear on.
Stokes is heard making...
I don't think they're allowed to let any civilian drive. He drove, what was it, a cop car he was in? Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to let a civilian drive the cop car. Oh, shit. What was he on? Mushrooms?
Sexual comments to the man.
Oh, shit.
Let me play with it for 5 minutes.
Stokes asks the man to meet him at the police department.
I think I deserve it, Rolla. I don't deserve it. Yeah, I guess I don't deserve it, so I'm going to go file unauthorized use of motor vehicle on you.
And also threatens to turn the man in for driving without a license.
What the
fuck? Comment that's made a second time.
What time you come into my place for alone time? And if I don't get alone time tonight, I swear to God, I will file.
Oh, shit. He was coming on to the man. He was sexually... he was sexually coming on to the man. And the man, I guess, rejected him. Oh, shit. Oh, sick bastard.
a charge on you and I'll have your butt arrested.
The two eventually end up at the police department. Once inside, Stokes makes more sexual comments.
Oh my God. Strip down.
The man seems reluctant to engage in Stokes' advances.
Will you together or not?
It's not clear what happened after the body camera was taken off, but still rolling. When questioned by BCI agents, the man told them Stokes was obsessed with him and the relationship wasn't sexual. Stokes answers a little different.
Did you have a sexual relationship with him on that day? Yeah.
The investigation revealed Stokes used a police database to search the man's personal information, and while on duty, he left the village to meet the man 15 to 20 minutes away at a pawn shop. That led to the theft in office conviction. Stokes is currently serving 180 days in a county jail. He was also sentenced to 3 years probation, community service, and a $2,000 fine.
Fucking dead. Is it that deep? Like, damn, that boy was so thirsty to the point he took him to the police department and kept making sexual advances on the man. And because the man, I mean, he said they did something. The man said they didn't, probably because the other man was embarrassed. Like, oh shit, I'm on camera. They heard everything. Like, I mean, he's a man. I mean, oh my God, what the fuck? Yo, I feel like I'm living a movie. Yo, this shit I see in here, I feel like I'm in a movie. Like, this motherfucker try to use his badge to get away with this shit. I mean, how many other people did he do this to? It just so happened that he got caught on this one. Whoa. Get the fuck out of here. Yo. I mean, there's plenty of other fish in the sea. Like, you don't gotta take it by force. Shit. Oh, yo, what? Yes, that's a first. I got sexually harassed by a trans man in jail. I didn't resist. What the hell? I'm listen. I'm not sure if that's a troll or joke. Okay? I'm gonna focus over here. Shit. What the fuck did I just read? I mean, I don't know if this is a joke or this is a troll. I got sexually harassed by a trans man in jail. I didn't resist. I'm resisting. I'm shanking the shit out of any motherfucker to try to touch me in jail. What the fuck? Yo, but this officer was stalking this man. Like, I mean, I don't care if it's a male fish or a female fish. There's plenty of fish out in the sea, man. You didn't have to take it. He took him to the police department. Like, not a hotel, not a motel. Yes. Then they only gave him 180 days in jail. They didn't lock his ass behind bars. They gave him a pat in the back like, hey, yeah, you're the first man to ever pull that shit off. You brought another man to the jail cell and just took it. Like, what the fuck? What we do with that? Yo. I'm moving on. I said, because words can't explain this shit. Oh, man. I mean, I'm glad YouTube got his guidelines. YouTube got his guide because listen, man, my mom has no filters. I have no filters. Oh shit!
Hey, what's up, writers? Listen, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of stuff. This is a first for me.
I'm lost.
And how old did they say he was? Like old, right? Like
he's an old man.
He's like old. Like what is he? How come he's not even retired? He should be retired.
Listen, man. I've heard the popes do this, but an officer? I mean, he literally took him to the. Did you see the video? He took him to the police department like that shit was a hotel. He lifted his shirt up and everything and smacked his butt.
I wonder if like it was something new he started doing. I bet you he's not been doing this for a long time.
I mean, oh, to your job though.
It's like them teachers that sit here and bring the alcohol and the pills and just take them Johns in class, like the kids not noticing the John.
Although I'm thinking, like, if he had been doing this for a long time, maybe guys wouldn't turn him in because it's embarrassing, and then who would believe him? Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
but I
saying? Like,
think he
guys
fucked
are,
up because he took him to the police department, and
yeah, he
remember,
got busted.
yes, and the camera was still kind of rolling. He had just took it off, and when he
He
picked
didn't
it
turn
back
it off.
up, yeah, he picked it back up. You noticed that he was kind of like buckling the bull's pants up and having a
Wow.
conversation. The audio was off, so I
What
was
would you
like,
do to get out of a ticket?
"Ooh." I mean, but there wasn't even a ticket. He allegedly knew the bull. He said he stopped somebody that he knew, that he
He
was
researched
familiar
him.
with.
He
He
looked
had
them
a
up.
conversation with the bull. Then he let the bull drive his car for 5 minutes. Then he started having sexual advances towards the guy. That's why I'm like, wait. Like, wait a minute. How
Sometimes
this?
they do that, and they'll follow. Well, because it didn't happen to me, but it happened to my sister. Um, and the guy, he was like a local police officer. Like they wait for the moment. They'll follow you, and then they wait for a moment to stop you or interact with you. Like they'll
Wow.
literally look you up and see like where you live, everything, what's about, you know?
Yeah, I did notice that at the end. So the bull could have been right. He has been stalking him and harassing him, and all they gave him was 180 days in jail. If this is a harassment case, that he should have more because that is serious. Like the bull took him to the fucking police department, and that's how he got caught. He didn't take him to a hotel. He didn't take him to a room or nothing. He took him to the police department. Like, and you thought he was gonna
180
get away
days.
with that?
What is that, like 6 months? That's like 6 months.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
That's half a year. No, you see, they get away with too much.
Yeah, and they want to give him immunity. See, the thing is that people don't understand, and I learned this when I almost lost my son to the system when he committed that little, that mistake of hitting the teacher back. Let's put it like that, because that's what he did. He hit the teacher back. He responded back to a teacher the way the teacher responded to him. So when they wanted to charge him with that felony, and that judge sat here and told me she respected all the teachers, that they deserve respect. And then when she sat here and rubbed in my face, do you know that the teachers are protected the same way judges are, lawyers are? And I'm like, well, that's why these teachers get away with shit, and they only get a
Oh
certain
yeah.
amount of time when they commit a crime in school, like sleeping with a student, drinking pills drinking alcohol, heroin, all this type of shit. But they only get a certain amount of time in jail. But y'all want to give them immunity. But shout out to those teachers
Yeah.
out here that do got a passion for teaching, because this doesn't apply for every teacher. But there are teachers out here that should not be in the school system. They should not. Deeper's
Mm-mm.
backgrounds should be done, and cameras should be in each and every one of these classrooms. I mean, shout out to
That's a good
some of those
idea.
schools that got them in the kindergarten and the pre-K classes. Shout out to them. But we need them in every classroom from pre-K all the way on to high school, because
We
this
need,
shit went
yeah.
from being, from kids, from teachers having sex with students, from it being just to college and seniors in high school, to it being in every grade. This shit went all the way down to elementary. Like teachers are being bold enough to sleep with these kids all the way down to elementary. Not just that, you got teachers here putting their hands on students that are not theirs. I just did, I think it was yesterday's live where I showed the video of a 21-year-old teacher that put hands on a couple students and left bruises. I mean, she's 21 years old. What made y'all hire her? Did y'all do a deep background? Did y'all make sure that she could have the patience to be around all these kids? Hold on one second. You want something to drink, baby? Cool.
What's up, chat? How do you guys feel about cameras in the classroom? I feel like that's a good idea. Every classroom, the hall, everywhere, minus the bathrooms and stuff, but just even for kids bullying other kids, just even for that, even not even just to monitor the teachers, but just the kids themselves.
Facts. And, that's my bad, I'm back. But I have that on my petition too. Like I have it that, so that we can see what's going on between staff on students and student on student, because there's too much going on and we can't tell, what is like
what's happening. Like, why should we have these much privacy between these teachers? Then you got the teachers that instigate. You got the teachers that cover up. You got the teachers that become a part of these fights and arguments. Like if they're little kids. It's kind of hard to protect somebody that is sitting here, because they're protected by the law. They think they can get away with certain shit. No, we shouldn't give them as much privacy. We don't know what's going on.
I agree.
And I think it's messed up. But we can't get shit done unless these parents come to these schools. Not just the schools, but there's also community meetings. Like they got police officer meetings and stuff like that. And I learned about that last year. I was like, I didn't even know that the police, the police departments and stuff have their own meetings that we can go, come from like the community. We can go check them out and see what they're talking about, give our opinions and speak with them. And I was like, damn, okay. Like when I start really going and go, like really, so far they come to the little meetings that we come to, but I gotta go to their individual meetings that they have.
You should ask to go on a ride along. I've done
Right
it.
along?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get along
just
with
to
the
see.
popo.
Yeah, but if you're wanting to go to a meeting, like I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to go on a ride along, see like a day in their life, see what goes on. You'll see it firsthand.
I would have to do that with an officer that I kind of fucks with, because these officers.
They'll probably put you with someone like chill.
You know what's crazy is I've already spoken to the commissioner. I might be able to talk to the commissioner and do what you just said and doing it on a live so people could. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
So you know some that you're cool with. If you know some that
yeah, I just
someone
don't
that you're
like the
cool
police.
with.
That's it.
I know. It's hard. It's hard when you see all the stuff.
Yeah, see, I'm right in the hood. I've seen shit. Like, I've seen motherfuckers, like I said, like, that's why I spoke heavy on the Sonia Massey case. One, she was mental health, a mental health, somebody with mental health issues. And two, like, a lot of these cops, like, if somebody dialed 911 and they're asking for your help, why is it that y'all got the habit of, instead of finding out if this the people that need the help, y'all want to come in either shooting or arresting the person that's asking for help, and then wonder why people don't want to sit here and dial 911. They want to try to solve the issue themselves. Doesn't matter if it involves a pistol or not. Like, let's be real about it. Like, a lot of people are starting to fear the police, and that's not a good thing. You there, Commander?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm good.
The Commander got lost.
Yeah, too much stuff. And then there's some people they just let them get away with like. Did you see the one where it was a senior couple and the lady had dementia, she was sick, and the husband was like her caretaker, and they showed up on a call, and he straight up was saying stuff, the husband, that was threatening, and they let it go. They thought he was joking, and they left the house, and then something bad happened.
It's like did you see the case about the I think she was Asian, the Asian chick? They dialed 911, but the brother fucked up in the beginning. And I said it, it's like, damn, I wish the brother wouldn't have said that. Like the brother should have said, I have a sister that has mental health issues. We need, a certain type of officers to come that help me with the situation. But instead he calls in and reports that, the sister had a knife. So when he tries to call back and cancel the police, they was already, at the door, bringing the door down, and she had a bottle of water in her hand. They shot her down, kind of like the Sonia Massey situation, but different.
Yeah, now he's got to live with that. Imagine like that guilt.
Yeah, because he didn't know what to do. But my whole thing is like I feel bad because I was like, damn man, you fucked your sister over by accident. Like he didn't mean to. Like you could tell he didn't mean to. But out of desperate, like I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm guessing he was just stuck. It was just him and her that day. Like it's a fucked up situation because that's going to be in his head for the rest of his life.
Yeah, and when someone's having an episode, you can't tell them like, calm down or come over here. We're like, to take her out of the house and go somewhere else because they're
It
coming.
depends. Yeah, it depends. Some of them you can. Like with my brother, it was my mom. My mom was the only one that could really calm him down, right? And
Yeah.
I know somebody else that's like that. Like I got a neighbor, she's going through the same situation that I was going through with my brother, but hers is a little worse. And I'm saying, I was like, damn, man, y'all gotta hurry up. But the mom feels, you know how the moms are. Some moms just like, no, I can handle it. I can handle it. I was like, yo, my mom said the same thing. Then I ended up trying to handle it, and I needed more support, more help, and I didn't have it. So I was like, by the time the judge was gonna make his decision, and we was trying to find my brother, he's not here with us no more. So it's not easy dealing with, loved ones that
Yeah.
got mental health.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
so that's why I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this shit is crazy. And the Asian girl had mental health issues. But it's like the brother didn't know how to, I guess, ask for help through the phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a desperate situation that you don't know who to go to, and then you think they're gonna help you. They're gonna come and try to.
I feel as though that the dispatcher couldn't have, even if the dispatcher couldn't have canceled that call, the dispatcher could have called into the officers that were already there before they got to that door and said, "Listen, the girl is unarmed. Respond a certain way or something," because they had the power to do that.
Yeah, because I saw where he walked out to the hallway, right, and the door was closed, and they had to bust the door open. They
Yep.
busted it open.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like dispatchers had the time to sit here and kind of like de-escalate the situation because they was in there going thinking. So like it's like in that situation, it's like, how can you get kind of mad at the cops? But it's like, motherfuckers, y'all always want to shoot first. Try to de-escalate the situation. Like that's your job. Try to de-escalate the situation first. What's the whole point of calling y'all if y'all want to kill somebody? I'm not wrong for that. But that's what's happening. Like, the whole situation is crazy, yo. But this officer right here, man, I've never seen that. Like, it's my first time. Like this officer was bold. He didn't care. He was thirsty. Cause I'm like, yo, an officer really did this shit. He was bold enough. Like he was at the club.
This old man.
Yo, I'm sitting here. I'm like, I can't. Like he gotta be like in his 60s. Bald headed ass. Yo, this is what you call a viejo rabo verde. Yo, I swear to God. I used to hear my mom say it a lot to the old men, and I'm like, what she meant by that? Then when I got older and she explained it to me, I was like, oh, basically, un viejo rabo verde means an old man that, that are thirsty.
Pervert.
Yes.
Mañoso.
Yes. So I was like, damn, disgusting. But listen, this is crazy. If words can't even explain it. But dude, I can't with this.
Well, and then some of them too, they'll resign. Like he's probably at retirement age. Some of them will still get their pension. I wonder if he still got his pension. Cause that's
I
messed
mean,
up.
he should be in jail longer than that because he admitted, even though the bull didn't admit to, having any type of sexual encounter with the officer said yes. With that alone, motherfuckers, y'all should have arrested him. That's sexual assault. That's why I'm over here like, yo, what was they thinking? That's so sad. This cat just wants a human to love it. These officers is tripping. Let me ask y'all a question, right? How deep could it be? How deep can it be for you to go to jail over some Red Lobster? Would you go to jail for Red Lobster? I mean, if
What
I
do you
can't.
mean? Like, what do you mean? Like when you eat and then don't pay the bill?
Mm-hmm. If I can't afford it, I ain't going. It ain't that deep for me to be all over social media, all over the news, over some freaking lobsters that I could buy with some freaking food stamps or get somebody to get for me or some real shit.
I wouldn't do it, but I bet you some people try to be funny to see if they can get away with stuff like that, you know?
I mean,
We
listen,
joke about it. Like, oh, you go to the bathroom and then we like joke about it sometimes, like, you know?
you know
It's
what?
such
I
a
would never
it's
do
a
that.
joke.
If people ever noticed, they got cameras on that joint. And I remember, like, yo, through MySpace, right? I remember people used to get put on blast. Facebook, the same thing. It's like people would find videos. I'm like, yo, how in the world would y'all find these videos that are meant to be from restaurants and y'all posting these joints publicly all over social media? Like, and then I learned. I started getting curious. Then I would look at restaurants when I would go into them. I'm like, yo, these damn places all got cameras. Every restaurant would have a camera. And I noticed that ever since I was like, what, maybe 16, 17 years old, for real, for real. And I started off with MySpace.
What, and then the workers will leak the video?
I'm not sure if it's workers or what. That's what I've always asked. How do people come across these personal videos that are supposed to be meant for company, you know, for the company's eyes only? How do y'all how do y'all leak these videos? It gets you to think. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, it's got to be an employee leaking it.
But
I
how
doubt, like,
in
yeah.
order the employee get it? Did they get permission? Is the question. Because it's illegal if you look it up.
Well, think about it. Like a restaurant's probably not like Walmart where they have like security and a security room with cameras.
That's
So
why
the
I just
workers
said
probably
it.
have access, right? They have
Mhm.
access
Still
probably to
have
the
to have
cameras.
permission to post that, because when you look at it, some of them are franchised owned and some of them are private. And when you look, a lot of these restaurants are private. That's why I'm like, peep game. Does the owner knows that this shit's being leaked? And why would you do this shit to your employees? Isn't that violating their rights? I'm like, you gotta look at it every angle that you can. But on this one, it's actually a body camera. So we're gonna see an interaction with the police officer and this chick that thinks that she can get away with not paying her check at a restaurant. Yo, motherfuckers is out of pocket.
p.m. Secaucus Police. On July 15th at 3:38 p.m., Secaucus Police responded to Red Lobster on a report of a dispute for non-payment of services. Here is what occurred.
I'm sorry, if I can't afford it, I ain't paying. I mean, I ain't going. I ain't paying. You hear me? I'll buy that shit at home. Like on some real shit.
All right, you're not leaving.
All right, here we go.
My camera's activated. You're not leaving.
Activate the camera. I don't give a fuck. Because he's hella weird. I don't care. So you can do what you gotta do.
All right, you're not leaving.
Do what you gotta do.
You're not leaving.
Do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do, because I am. Because I told him I was gonna get money for it. He said no. So then I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So if we gonna do whatever we're gonna do, we gonna fight it out till the end
Don't
of
make
the
the situation worse.
He's weird. No. I'm not staying here for that shit. Y'all always call like 5 officers for bullshit. It's not that fucking serious. Like the fuck.
Yo, it sounds like it's not her first time. She say y'all always calling like 5 officers for this shit. So it's not her first time trying to bail out on trying to pay a meal. Like, but why go to a restaurant if you? Why do people do that? Why do they go to places that they can't afford?
What if the food was bad? And like sometimes they'll purposely say the food's bad because they don't want to pay.
But why keep going if it's bad? You
They'll
see,
be like, I found a hair. I found a bug.
I've seen a lot of people try to prank that and pull that off, but the cameras. I was cracking up when they showed one. I was like, yo, she really tried to play that shit off until they showed her the camera. I was like, uh-oh. Now you got to pay the tab, and if you don't pay, you go to jail.
You're going to jail.
It's cameras everywhere nowadays. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not easy to get away with the shit some people used to get away back then in, like, I guess the 80s and the early 90s. Like, since the 2000s, they've had cameras everywhere. Shit, now it's really everywhere. They got them Jones in the poles. Listen, I'm in Philly. There's cameras in every pole. Every corner that you go to, there's a camera. And it's owned by every district.
Wait, did she eat by herself? Who is she calling weird?
She's calling the boy that called the cops weird from the Red Lobster place.
Even he know that.
We're about to find out.
You see 5 officers here?
Every time I go to jail, it's 5, 6 officers. For what?
See, it's not the first time.
It could be a simple. No, you're weird. I just let the fuck out you, bitch.
Ooh.
He weird. I said I'll give you the money for it. She's lying. He said I said I'll give you the money. I'm God, I did. On my kids, I did. Nigga, I said let the fuck out you. Fuck your bitch. I said the fuck out you.
Yo, she emotional.
And you said no, officer here. And I said I would give you the fucking money. So if you want to fight about it, we can do that. I don't give a fuck. But this nigga got me fucked up. I'm about to slap the fuck out of him. So I'll give me for assault too. Give me for that too. Make sure I do that. I'll put this shit down so I can fuck this nigga up before I go. You not gonna bullshit like that. He's hella weird. You know that. You go come back there. Do what you do.
How much does she owe you? Listen, let me speak to him.
Yo! What the fuck is wrong with her? The police officer asked the bull, how much does she owe you? She said, go ahead, tell him how much I owe you. Yo, she ready to rumble the bull like she Rocky Balboa or some shit.
Didn't she say at first she paid him? She gave him the money?
No, she said that she tried to give him the money after whatever happened, but he didn't want to take it, that he had called the cops.
I feel like this is like a situation where if she just pays, then just go on, you know? Like it could go either way.
So I'm about to see. We're about to see, because you could probably be right. She probably did pay him afterwards. Because, they be exaggerating in certain restaurants. That's why, I got to hear the whole thing. But she funny right now. Like, you really about to fight a man, though? I'm dead.
And she's making threats, which I think alone could get her arrested.
Yes. That's why I'm over here like, yo, lady, he's not putting his hands on you. And he called the cops on you. I'm dead right now. You backing up. Look, see, officer about to arrest her. See, I said it. Yo, she tripped. Now she resisting arrest.
Why? Why do people do this?
Now she resisting arrest. She tripping.
She just made it so much worse.
Yep. See, I said it. Yo, you was right on point. She said she gonna get arrested. I'm gonna call Commander Bruja. She predicted that, John. She got the little glass ball over there somewhere.
Then she's crying. Yeah. The same shit that happens.
Stop resisting.
What'd I do, officer?
Wait, let me go. That's not that. No. You're not gonna just you're not gonna just no.
Yo.
You're gonna do it.
She ain't just realized she was about to try to fight a man. Like she was Rocky Balboa over an officer asking him, how much does he owe you? Like, let him talk to the officer, so the officer could sit here like, all right, ma'am, this is what he said to me. Boom, boom, boom. But she was already fucking wilding from the gate. She hood ratchet.
She might not even have money to pay.
Listen, that's why I'm saying, why do people put themselves in predicaments? It ain't that deep. You can't afford some Red Lobster, man. Go to they got some frozen lobster legs at fucking what you call them? Different types of markets. We got different markets over here. I don't know which ones to name. We got Cousins, we got ShopRite, you got what
like the seafood markets?
They
like
got
the
seafood
butcher
markets
shops?
too. They got butcher shops down here too. So it's like, come on, go wherever you buy your normal seafood and make it at home. You could probably get more than what you get at Red Lobster. I feel as though me buying the seafood at home is cheaper than buying it already made at some restaurant. But I guess to each his own.
Bro, I swear to God, that was just hella, that wasn't right, bro. I didn't touch you or nothing, bro.
Oh, take her out with the trash. Take her out with the trash.
How deep, yo, man? You got me fucked up. But like, I wouldn't sit here and try to fight no man.
Especially when he's in the right.
Yeah. And that's the dumbest thing she pulled. Like, he called the cops, and then she's trying to fight him in front of a cop. I'm sitting here like, lady, you're dumb as shit.
I need somebody. Why am I here?
Are they both going to get arrested?
Sorry, you didn't break. Can you remain on that back up?
Well, that's the manager.
Respond over.
The bull left.
40. Have somebody respond down here forthwith.
The employee's like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Yo, he walked off. I'm not sure if that's the manager, but the bull walked off. He like, I was about to get whooped by that fucking. Yo, I'm telling you, he's like, I'm about to get my ass whooped by that female. Like, I'm out of here.
He's losing tips right now.
Yo, she thought she was listening, man. Right there at that moment, she said, I'm Shaq, nigga. Yo. I'm telling you, like, and it be like that. Like, if you in the hood, you would see the females really get like that. Like, it could be the most innocent thing that a man says, and she already ready to rumble just because it rubbed her the wrong way. That's how they be, yo. The other day I was at the train station, and this female was mouthing off to this guy, and she's like, "Oh, my daddy owned this and my daddy owned that. You better shut the fuck up." I'm like, I'm like, yo, didn't Dej Loaf warn you about that shit? Stop bragging about your daddy having this and your daddy having that, because they're gonna get you your daddy. Like, what the fuck be wrong with some of these females? I'm saying, I'm like, keep doing it. And what if your daddy didn't have nothing? Now you're about to lose your life because motherfuckers think your daddy loaded. I've seen that shit here in the hood. I'm like, yo, I think it's on one of my lives, me riding the train station while I was going down the train station, the convo with the chick and some dude. I was cracking the fuck up. I just sat there and smoked my earthly goods. I'm like, man, motherfuckers be tripping. These females be tripping.
So scared. 35 as well. You just had 45 responses to no go. I left already. I'm getting on Harmon Boulevard.
Here comes another woman. I'm guessing they're looking for the guy. He just walked off. Oh, there you go. I think that's him.
Hold on. You only do one thing at a time. Right now.
What the hell? Who he chasing? Well, that's another officer.
She should have just made up a story like, hey, I was on a date. He was supposed to pay.
Yo, that shit is crazy.
You know, she could have come up with a good story and then just pay the dude. Now you're getting arrested. It's going to cost you more money to get yourself bailed out.
Negative. What's up? You got your AirPods? Yeah, I got you.
My bad. I had to tell my brother real quick. I apologize for that. You were saying something, Commander?
No, she should have came up with the story like she was on a date and the dude was supposed to pay and didn't, and then she should just pay, because now it's gonna cost her more money now.
That's a fact. That shit is crazy. Let me see what the guy. Let's see what the guy says. It's crazy, yo. Hopefully they let him speak.
Or this one? Slow down. Did she what? Did she steal something? Yeah. Apparently she walked out on the bill or something.
So she went to go after the guy, the waiter. Took a fighting stance. She was going to go hit him, so I went to go put the cuffs on her. And she turned on me. She took, resisted it and took her, fighting stance on me.
Just calm down for now.
Oh no.
I wonder what they. She got liquor in that bag. She got candy in that bag. I mean, so far I see
Oh
the liquor.
no. Hopefully they don't find anything in there.
So she was probably drunk. Shit. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know what they found before that, but I know that's liquor. And she had a to-go bag, so I'm guessing the food wasn't bad. Look, she had a to-go bag. Why not just pay?
I have it up here. We got 3 here right now. What is it?
She's got a knife, a kitchen knife.
You said she had a kitchen knife?
Did you see him? He pulled out a kitchen knife from the bag. Listen, if she's got illegal stuff in her bag, she's real dumb for doing this.
I'm about to see.
Just calm down for now.
What is that? See, they don't show. Okay, I don't know. Lighter. Oh shit, that is a knife.
3 here right now.
Yo.
But is it from the Red Lobster?
Oh yeah, could it be right? Now that I think about it, because it's not a regular kitchen knife either. It's like one of them weird steak butter knives.
Yeah, like a steak knife.
What
is it?
It goes the liquor.
Yeah, I know.
That liquor almost gone too. Get the fork. Yo.
No.
Yo, I'm
Stop
dead.
it. Stop it. She took the salt and the sugar. She took some napkins.
OMG. What is that? I hope she wasn't on some Molly.
Is this your silverware?
Oh, no, that was.
What's that?
But I don't know why she took it.
Is it silverware Red Lobster or no?
Yeah, Red Lobster.
She took the Red Lobster silverware. Get the fuck out of here.
Get his info. Get the manager's info.
Are you the girl I thought at CVS the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same one.
I thought you were leaving.
Yes, I'm the same one.
Didn't I tell you not to steal? Yeah, you told me not to steal.
I can't help it. I'm just a dumb criminal.
Did, but she just admitted to her crimes. He said, "Are you the girl that robbed CVS the other day?" She said, "Yes." Oh, I'm done. But she proud of her crimes. She is so proud. Look at her smirk. I'm done. Yo, I can't. Like, she is so proud of the crime she has just committed and has previously committed.
Poor baby.
I can't. See, that's why I don't listen, man. I listen to the full story now. I don't be feeling bad no more. I've learned, man, I can't. You can't let your heart take over because some of these people just do shit because they want to. Like, they think there's no consequences in life. And like somebody gotta like put it into it. I'm not gonna be nah, man. You gotta learn the difference. Like she just had I don't know if she's been drinking for days, but due to her behavior, she could be drunk. Like she was ready to rumble a nigga like she Rocky Balboa, feeling like she Shaq and shit. Like, what if that nigga was a good fighter and he would have just one right hook put you on the ground? Then what? I'm dead serious.
I can go get my
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Give me identification. California ID.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take over from him. You can take over from him. Yeah.
See, now I see why she kept saying it's not the first time they did that to her. They always got like 5 cops. See, she's used to doing this petty theft shit. She likes it. I mean, I guess some people get a thrill out of it. I'm not sure. But, man.
Somebody's in the chat asking what's going on in this video.
There's a woman skipping out on Red Lobster. She ain't want to pay her tab, so they called the cops on her, and it's her first time. So she tried to fight the manager like she was Rocky Balboa, and the cop put handcuffs on her because he witnessed it.
Then they look through her purse and find out she stole the Red Lobster silverware, butter knife. She's got a liquor bottle.
She was ready for dinner tonight, free on Red Lobster. Yo. She mad she got caught. She's like, man. She was probably, ready for a date and everything. She probably invited one of them little niggas from the, man, I don't want to say, listen, man, one of them lazy niggas from the hood. Because I don't want to put a name on it. Because some of the, a lot of men from the hood is not lazy. They work their asses off. But there's a lot of men, well, a lot of boys and men's bodies in the hood that, still, I guess, mama's boys or I don't know what, but still depend on women for some reason. Go to work. Go to work. I mean, unless you got mental health, go to work. And even, what's crazy? Because I'm going to be very honest, with the proper support, people with mental health, like schizophrenia, autism, and stuff like that, guess what? They're able to work too. So if they could work, why in the world can't you work? Get the fuck off the damn couch and pop your mama's nipple out your mouth and go to work. Hey, he went mute. Why he turned his audio off? The bull was really scared of her, yo. He really ran off and then came back. I'm dead. He's like, I was about to get my ass whooped.
The officer's searching her hair. He's searching through her hair.
Oh, I think they found something in her hair. What they find?
Just, you can go back to your job. I'll take you over. Thank you, Justin. I don't know. I didn't even get the whole story.
What happened to the bill? I don't know. She was asking for another drink. I just went to the kitchen and turned around. But I tried to find out her in the table. She disappeared. So I just walked out and just running around because all these people.
Did she pay for any of it?
Nothing. She said I was waiting.
How did she get the to-go?
No, she asked me for to-go everything, but she's trying to ask me for another drink. The thing is that she wants me both to the bar or somewhere to the same.
All right, so he said she asked for 2 of everything, and she didn't want to pay for nothing. Yo, how you gonna? Yes, how you gonna Red Lobster ask for 2 of everything and not want to pay your tab? Who does that? You at Red Lobster. It's not like you fucking asking for some fucking crab legs.
She definitely didn't pay for that silverware.
No, she asked for 2 of everything, lobsters and all. Like, yo, this lady is tripping. I mean, because y'all do know they serve more than lobster at Red Lobster, right? I can't, yo. Sure.
And then she stuck around. She could have took off running and left by the time, you know what I'm saying? Like she stuck around to argue.
Exactly. They wouldn't have known until maybe later on. They probably would have found her because they got the facial recognition now. Hold on 1 second.
She was all brave until they put her in handcuffs and then she starts crying. Isn't that like typical? They always do that.
That's why you listen, man. Those are what you call victims. Special victims. We need Olivia Benson around when those come. I can't. And I say it because she has a way of talking to people, whether they're bad, good, or she has a way of calming everybody down. Like if you watch Law and Order, you know what I'm saying. Olivia Benson was the shit. Facts. Let me see somebody in the chat saying. Let me see. Whoa. Right. They said, laughing my ass off. I agree with you, girl. If you complaining about not making money while not working, you should definitely go back for a job to work. Look for a job to work, for real though. Tired of anybody trying to live off the system or begging for money. We all have it hard in life. It's how you handle it in your own life. Get a job. Working at McDonald's isn't beneath anyone, especially if you're struggling. Good job. Or at least go out and try to find a job. Yes. And you know what? A lot of people out here in the community, in the urban community, don't do it. They want to depend. You got so many girls popping kids out now, and they're going straight to the welfare system, straight to the SSI. A lot of females are faking the fact, like taking their kids to therapy, saying, "Oh, my child has this, my child has that," when their child really doesn't have it, just to get a supplemental check so they can go out on the weekends and party, get high, or support whatever man wants to lay in their couch all damn day playing goddamn, what is it, Xbox and PlayStation. What is it, the new PlayStation 5 now, waiting on the PlayStation 6, and now they got the last Xbox, I forgot what it was, going on to the new one coming out. Like, come on, man. And these women just let these men lay in their couches depending on them, then want to turn around and complain about them. But you was just bitching about the man that would have gave you the world, and he had 2 to 3 jobs. You even cheated on him. Some of y'all did. Some of y'all had the audacity to cheat on him with the brother, the best friend, probably the father. Some of y'all had the audacity to sleep with the mama. Like, come on, let's be real. They give you everything, and then you sit here and complain about it. But then when you sit here and end up with the bad boy you so wanted, what? You good for a minute, then you turn around and complain, throw him the fuck out, and take him back in. While the one over there that is a good man, you trashing, bashing, dragging, and doing all this shit. Like, come on, let's be real, man. Y'all bring down the good men and y'all bash the good men and put the bad niggas, the bums, the deadbeats on a pedestal, and then complain about this shit, man. The welfare system is a supplemental income. It's meant to put you on your feet. Once you're on your feet, get a job. Get a job. Get a fucking job. I'm 35 years old and I'm saying it. Listen, man, I recently got into a fucking car accident. Herniated 5 of my discs in my back. To the point where my fingertips, they numb. Sometimes my legs numb. Yo, I'm dying. And since I can't go back to work, I'm making it out my way to make my business pop off. I'm writing my poetry, publishing my books. There's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and sit the fuck down and get lazy. Hells no. Fuck the pills. I ain't popping them either. They offered them. I don't want them. I don't want them. I'm hoping I don't need no surgery, so I'm taking it easy. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna start my own business. Like what was it, 2-3 years back, I wanted to buy a food truck. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on getting my little food truck, starting to do little things little by little, getting the youth, motivated on starting their own little businesses, their own little jobs, and getting this community center out here. Like I finally, got some senators, some of the mayor. I say some of the mayor because there's more than one people applying to be mayor. Like how when they go out there and you vote, y'all just think it's 2 parties, the one Republican and one Democrat. But no, there's more than one of them. The ones that are running to become mayor, then there's the mayors themselves. Then you got the senators, the ones that are running to be senators. Then you got the DAs, the commissioners, and much more, right? You can get your ideas out to them. You can talk to them. And they can try to get these little bills passed. And guess what? The president decides, yes, no, this does get approved, this doesn't get approved. But you know who does get the bills written? The people I just mentioned. People, I'm telling y'all got to hit the legislators while y'all focused on the president and who's going to be the next president, just the 2 of them. Because even when it comes to the presidential election, it's more than 2 of them running. They got a couple. Y'all just don't know about them, don't even research for them. None of that. Y'all really don't. But you know what? Let me see. If you can't, oh, wait. The welfare system ain't there to live off. Nope, it's not. It's not. It's not forever. It's there to help you get on your feet. Facts. If you can't even, at the bare minimum, try and get on your feet, then you're just gonna stay in the situation that you obviously choose to be in at that point. Facts. We all have a choice. We all have options. I just now randomly come across the stream. The few couple minutes listening to you speak, girly, I fully support people like you. You're dealing with your bullshit to try and be positive. That's what it's all about. Facts. I'm definitely subscribing. Thank you. I appreciate the support. But I don't get tired of telling people, man, it's not just about us, man. We got to come together. Like, y'all talk about, I hear so many people talk about unity. But in reality, I see so much division, man. We need revision. That's what we need, revision. We need new solutions to the table. You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to make a change, they want to make a difference, but still stuck in the same phase. You got motherfuckers talking about that they want to chase a bag, but stay at home and nag. Then when you ask them what they need, they say less talking, more opinions, no prayers with division. You ask me, y'all need to focus more on revision, rely less on television. How you want a future you have no vision? This world is just like fiction. What we need is more talking, less opinions, more prayers with no division. Before you come up with a conclusion, giving people false illusions, pick up a book, do your research, learn your history before you end up in a ditch making history. Division and religion isn't working. The only way to show God our faith and love is through our actions. Our convictions is the only thing that really unite us. One God, one nation, different beliefs. There's words that can't fly with the wind. There's insults that are not violent. Meanwhile, while you're holding them, they're killing you on the inside. If I was to tell you that I didn't hurt, I would be lying. Would you believe me if I was to tell you that there's truths that lie, especially when they're telling you that they're indifferent? Getting shoved to the side because you're different. There's a hug out there someone didn't receive today. Probably because of what was said about them yesterday. Probably because of the way they was dressed today. Not realizing that the one that they hate could be the one that saves their day. But you know what? Thanks to them, it's another day in history where you get to flip the pages to your book and speak your story. And Lord, it's unholy. But you know what hurts the most? As I walk down the street and I see how easily we're divided. When we all should be united. One body, one mind, one soul, a million talents. Lord, without you, we're all divided. Forgive them, Lord, for they don't know any better. They don't know that there's someone out there that loves them. And that's a fact, man. We need to look at revision. Religion and division isn't working. And a lot of people is just looking for a puppet master. Let me see. Killer Scott said, none of what I said has anything to do with color or religion. No matter our different opinions, we need to come together as a whole. That's the only way it works, baby. That's a fact. That's true, man. You speaking nothing but facts right now on some real shit, and I don't get tired of saying that. I tell people that, yo. Like, it's just people is focused and worried about the wrong shit right now, yo. But if y'all really if y'all come together and realize that y'all worried about the president, no, we need to come here. We local first. That's what we need to attack first. See, we could dismantle the system using their own using their own tools, but we too divided. We really is. I don't know. It's like greed, lust, envy, hate. It's trying to take over, and people is letting it.
That's what I did with the kitchen as soon as I turned on. See, she would try to fight it with me. Like, the thing is because they charge me. They have a record, they can like.
This sour copy? Can we take this?
Yes.
And that's your fork and knife, right?
Yeah, this is
your fork and knife.
All right, let's.
Okay, so that was her fork and knife. We was wrong, Commander. She bought her own fork and knife to Red Lobster. It was her own silverware. So she was ready
was
for
he?
the date. Yep. She was ready for the date. That's it. She had a fork, a butter knife, but she just wanted 2 of everything and not pay for it. That's it. She wanted 2 lobsters. She wanted, I guess, I don't know, 2 crabs, mashed potatoes, steak, 2 of everything. I don't know what they had.
Biscuits.
There you go, biscuits. Like, yo, I am so dead right now. Yo.
Bluetooth connected.
If only, man, it was.
Let's get her in. Yeah, here. Take your, it's not her. She didn't pay for it. Where's that fork and knife? Give me that fork and knife.
See, it's not hers.
Oh, that's not hers.
I think he was asking
Fork and knife
dude.
is theirs. The fork and
This
knife
is
is
yours.
theirs. Oh no, the butter knife too. Wait a
Dave
minute.
McCormick said he's pro-life. Like, that's a good thing.
Okay, so we can't listen to all the cops at once. All right, so one of the
I
officers.
think he was asking dude, or he was
Oh.
telling dude, this is your fork and knife, like the restaurants.
Oh,
I don't know, cause he said that's a lobster. The worker said that's ours.
Connecting.
A whole lobster. I wonder how much he owed him, like a stack. So no. Because
I'm telling you, she probably didn't even have the money to pay.
So that's my point, man. If you don't got it, don't do it. And that's what I be telling people, man. Because see, older people do this shit and the young ones follow right behind thinking that it's cool. Like, okay, they did it, I could do it. On some real shit, y'all. See, I don't know if she has a family or not. If she got kids, man. You ain't think about your kids at this moment.
Mommy was coming home tipsy with some lobster for the kids.
Mhm. No, but see, the reason I say it is right. I see a lot of these girls acting so ratchet, like they moms be out here, and it just like it fucks me up in the head. Like I see them, they go into these Chinese stores acting like they mamas do. I'm saying, like, why are you talking to these people like that? Hey, mind your business. Da-da-da. Who told you to say anything to me? I'll talk to them. However, like, what the fuck, little, like, yo, 8 years old, this little tiny right here, like, you feeling like you Shaq right now, man. Shaq will tell you he's scared of who is it? What's his name? What's the boxer's name? I forget his name right now. Fucking
I don't know.
He's scared to face Muhammad Ali. One punch from Muhammad Ali and this other nigga that ate the Mike Tyson. So as soon as I say the ear, I remember Mike Tyson. I like shit. Shaq will tell you he's scared of getting in the ring with them too. Shit, fuck that. Little girls over here mouthing off to these people in the stores like they don't got no respect, thinking they could just take whatever they want. Like, no. Like, if you can't afford it, don't get it. I tell my kids all the time, like, that's stealing. There's consequences behind that shit.
Armand in the chat is like, tell him. He don't know what's going on, but he's laughing. He's like, tell him.
Sorry for all the comments overload. I fell out. Shit, most people I've encountered in life, I don't like have been white, but it had more to do with how they presented themselves as a person in my presence, and that's a fact. Like I tell people, I don't see color. It's how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself with respect and you respect others, then you got respect from me. For real, for real. Like if you don't disrespect me, I'm not gonna disrespect you. But if you disrespect me, I'm gonna top your disrespect. Because respect is not earned. Respect is not given. That shit is earned. Like you're not gonna sit here and just demand that shit like it's a call away. Trust me, because I've had people sit here and like, yo, I demand respect. Do I know you? But you're demanding respect from me? I'm like, wait, where we do that at? My grandpapa taught me better. And I'm not gonna say my mama. My grandpapa taught me better. Shit, real shit. Them old heads is wise. I listen to them. My father is Hispanic and my mother is white. Most people I associate myself with in life have been Hispanic and some black. The only white people I get along with are on my mom's side. Laugh out loud. Shit. I don't know my dad, but I know my mom Puerto Rican. I done my research on my dad and recently came across my dad's family. So, I met a lot of them when I was, in my late 20s, hitting my 30s. So, I got to do, it was crazy that I know more about them just meeting them than what I do about my mom's side of the family. I know a little bit about my mom's side of the family, but I know more about my dad's side of the family to the point where, I know about my Haitian, Jamaican, basically about my Taino roots. Like, it's crazy. Like, I know how I got my last name. So I'm saying here, I was like, damn, I learned a lot, and I knew them just for a little bit. It's only been a few years. I knew my whole family my whole life, and I don't know shit about them. I know my mama's side. I let's be real. I just started really meeting my mom's. Like, I knew my grandpa forever, her dad, but my grandmom, I didn't. Her mom, I didn't meet her until my mom passed away. That's the crazy part. That's why I'm like, yo, I don't really know much about my mom's side. I didn't really start meeting her family until I got a little older, and it was always my mom and my siblings. So, oof. But my whole life has always been a mixture, like, of us. When we outside playing, it's a group of us. It's always been black, Hispanics, and whites. Like, sometimes we'll have a little Asian, a little Chinese person in the group. It's always like that. I don't know why. Don't ask. It could be like maybe a total of maybe 60 of us blacks and Hispanics. In the whole group, you got like maybe 10, 15 whites. And you could say maybe 2, 3 little Asian people in there. I'm like, I'm cracking the hell up. Or if not, they're mixed. We got a whole bunch of, Puerto Ricans mixed with Asian, Puerto Ricans mixed with white, Puerto Ricans mixed with black, Puerto Ricans mixed with listen, different cultures. Like, it's always been mixed. I've never been around just one group, one ethnicity. Never. So that's how we grew up. It's always been a group of us kids, and it's just been different shades of colors, different ethnicities. That's why I'm not getting this shit now that I'm older. I feel like, I don't know, it's like somewhere along the line, it's like we crossed into a whole nother dimension and a whole nother planet, a whole nother plane. Real shit. Like, we're on some Marvel episodes or shit.
Bluetooth is connecting. This is yours, right?
Get the Hennessy from.
This is yours?
Yo, she took that bottle to the fucking neck.
Take her in. What car do you want, Rick? Any car. Please don't matter, Please, my car. On the other side. Yeah.
She never said if she could afford the meal or not. What happened? Did she got the money? I mean, well, they did search her purse. Did you see any money in there? I didn't see no money in the purse. I saw the liquor bottle. I saw her, her she had a couple of electronic stuff and some wires in there. The liquor bottle, she had the fork, the knife, the butter knife.
It's too late now.
I don't know what else she had in there, but I didn't see no cash.
She
So
can't pay her way out of this.
Yeah, but you could be right though. It looked like she probably didn't have no money. I mean,
A credit card? An EBT card?
I didn't see nothing in there. Like, he did search the whole purse. You seen it? Like, he pulled out a baggie with some shit in it. He moved a couple of electronic thingies around. He didn't pull out no cash or no other little wallet with money in it or nothing.
Bluetooth is connecting.
I recently heard a quote: "There is no black or white. We're all just different shades of melanin." Yeah. Once I heard that, I live my life by that. We're all either a good or bad human. That's it. Facts. Facts, facts, facts.
Facts.
Damn, this shorty right here, man, it is Dave's hot chicken. This shorty right here, I can't believe that shit, yo. Man, Red Lobster is not that deep, man. I ain't going to jail over no damn piece of lobster or 2 pieces of lobster. But the boy said she ordered 2 of everything. I think he exaggerated. That bag not big enough. She don't look broke either. She don't look broke. By the way she dressed, she don't look broke. She don't look like she homeless. She got clean clothes on. Her hair is done. So she gotta have money. Look, listen, man, you gotta also look at her appearance. She don't look like she broke, like she live on the street or something. So she could be living on a month to month check, like an SSI check or some welfare or something. Damn, it's not that deep. You get a job, yo. Listen, man, you get a job, you get paid good, depending on the job that you get. You just gotta manage your money, and instead of ordering out, order in. That's something that everybody's trying to get my oldest son to do. He's not here with me. He's gonna be 18. His aunt let him stay with a friend out at some farm, and I think it's in South Carolina. So I guess he's doing his thing there, learning how to farm, do all this thing. It's his little thing over there. So basically, like we telling him, like, you got to get a job. You can't just sit here and think that you're gonna. All right, how can I say? He's got an authority problem. So basically, he don't like being told what to do. Gets a job. Once they tell him something he don't like, but he's got autism. You see where I'm coming from? It's a big difference. But we don't treat my son like he's got autism. Because autism or not, he could still make it. He could still do it. You don't just quit just cause you keep going. Like, you're not gonna sit here and depend off the government your whole life. And that's what a lot of parents do with their kids. And that's messed up. Your child, whether he has, autism, schizophrenia, or nothing, autism, schizophrenia, or any type of mental health conditions. Yeah, there you go. I was like, damn, so many words. Which one is the right one? Any type of mental health conditions, like, they could still manage to live a proper life, like me and you. Do y'all know they grow up and have kids? So why do we treat them like they retarded? And I'm not saying me, I'm just speaking in general, because a lot of people do. These kids can grow up and have normal jobs like me and you.
Get married, yeah, have kids. I've seen that, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, they schizophrenic, they can't do that. Yes, they can. I've seen a schizophrenic in their 50s, right? Doesn't have an SSI check. Sees a therapist, a psychologist, and a psychiatrist because he needs his medication to help him so that he could be able to work. Not just that, has a health aide with him. And I'm saying, I was like, you're really doing it. It's been working for 20 years. And the health aide is something that he's had only for the past 10 years. I didn't even know that you could have health aid for kids with mental health or, adults with mental health until not so long ago. So with the proper help, they can get a job. So stop making these kids depend on these damn government supplemental incomes when even you with mental health can, with the proper support, can actually make it out here in this cold ass world. See, that's the problem, that mentality that's being passed on down. That you need this or you can't do this because of this. We could do anything we put our minds to on some real shit. Because my condition, I can't do this. What if I was to tell y'all that I was diagnosed with bipolar depression and I've been working my whole life? Would y'all believe I got bipolar depression? Just because I have something that a therapist diagnosed me, a psychologist actually diagnosed me with, because of something that I went through in my past, doesn't mean that it's going to stop me from doing something that I'm capable of doing. Let's be real about it. I have a condition. It doesn't mean that my legs ain't working. It doesn't mean that my arms ain't working. It doesn't mean that my brain's not working.
Preach.
Hello? Yo.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, are you talking to me or someone at the house?
No, I was talking in general about the mental health.
Oh, yeah, I said preach.
Oh, I thought you was trying to tell me something. I thought you said
No,
reach.
no.
I was like, wait,
Oh, that's where you're like, hello? I'm like, hello?
I'm like,
Preach,
yeah, I was like,
Rachel,
wait.
preach.
Ain't nobody call me Rach in a minute. I was like, wait, how you know that? I was like, wait. We must know each other in the past life because it's been what, like 5 years since I've heard somebody call me Rach. I was like, damn. I stopped. You heard me say yo. Like, wait, hello. But yeah, man, I'm tired of people treating people with mental health like they can't do nothing. And then what bugs me the most now is that these females nowadays are using their kids and they're using mental health as a crutch. That's not right. Like, man, let these kids be kids. Let them grow up. Stop making them think that they're crazy, that they're this, and when they're not, they're that they have that, and then stuffing them with all these medications that got side effects. Man, I haven't taken pills since I was like, I think 18, since I was old enough to sit here and have a decision for my life. Them pills got side effects. Them pills make you feel sick. They make you feel like you're not you. Like, for real, for real. Then bipolar depression means that your moods switch. They change. Bipolar has to do with your moods. You're not a schizophrenic. You don't have personalities. See, people don't even know what they're diagnosed with or understand what the diagnosis is that they're giving themselves, because a lot of people self-diagnose. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that." How do you know that you're this and that you're that? Did you go to a doctor and get checked?
Well, and teenagers go through so much stuff already that it, you know what I'm saying? Like some of it can be just
Depression.
like just what they're going through, their teenage
Yeah.
years, puberty,
A lot of
their
depression.
environment.
Like, you got to also understand the difference between depression and a mental health issue. That's why I was like, there's a problem with people out here trying to, self-diagnose themselves. Like, you know how many clinics have been, how can I say, have been shut down here in Philadelphia because of their negligence? They're out here, they're getting patients and they're just prescribing Xannies and they're prescribing this without actually,
Yeah.
the
They're
patient
getting
actually really
paid
needing it.
to pump out
Yeah.
them pharmaceuticals.
But these
And they're
patients
getting
don't.
kickbacks from the pharmacies, from the pharmaceutical companies.
That's why I was like, yo, we fucking up. We gotta make it make sense. In this case right here with this lady, like, I'm not sure if she has mental health, but it don't seem it seems more like she has an alcohol problem. She took that liquor bottle to the head and then said, "Hey, fuck it, I'm gonna just walk out with some lobsters and I'm getting them for free today, and they can't say shit." Yeah, right. You went to jail today, forks and all. Now say something, bitch.
Did you freeze on me? She living in the jail now. At least for a day. She'll be out in probably 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah. My bad. I had to do something real quick. But yeah, I'm about to but yeah, this case with this lady right here, it looks like she doesn't want to work. It looks like she's dependent on the system and it's not enough money. Believe it or not, getting an SSI check and all that, it's not enough money. You'll get what, like $900? You have to wait for it every month. And the most, like, what, some food stamps on the side. That's not enough. You go to work, you get paid every week's every week, depending on the job that you get, or every 2 weeks. Once again, depending on the job that you get, and it's a better pay. I used to work as a health aide, right, in different restaurants, but I got paid weekly. As a health aide was the most, I got paid. Shit, almost $3,000 every month. I made $3. No, I made more than that because if you look at it, it depends on the hours that I put in. Almost every week, I will come home with what, a stack, maybe a stack and a half to two. That's 2,000 almost every week. If you think about it, depending on the hours. And I chose to work 7 days out of the week, and I took them extra hours because I was tired of sitting here and not getting to where I needed until, boom, I hit a wall. I had to help my brother. And that's where, most of us get our setbacks when we help family or we help friends. So I had a little setback in life. I decided to, instead of doing what I was supposed to do, use my money for what I wanted to do, I decided to help other people. And now, boom, I surely got to start over from scratch. But I'm not bitching about it because I chose to make that decision. I hit my head because I should have listened to others. Take care of yourself first, do for you, and then do for them so you don't end up stuck. And since I didn't listen, my ass is starting from scratch. And guess what? That's a lesson that I have to live with, not nobody else. Can't bitch about shit. You just gotta keep on going. You gotta, push forward, keep trying, not give up. And a lot of people just give up. That's the problem.
Yep, that's what's up.
So at the end of the day, that's why I don't get tired of saying it, man. I'm blessed. I'm not gonna sit here and complain. But what am I gonna complain about? What is it gonna change? Like, let's be real about it. Complaining isn't going to change nothing. If anything, it's going to set us back. Like, when you lose people that you care about the most in life, you start seeing life different. And I've lost way too many people to sit here and give a fuck about people that are just whining and complaining when we should be moving forward. And it's like I tell people, man, you got to keep going because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. You make mistakes, you live and you learn. Bluetooth connected. But I'm about to fast forward this little John to see what happened to the chick because I don't want to, leave people wondering.
I'll drop down. Thanks for having me on panel. That way you can finish the video.
Oh, I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Peace out,
Appreciate
guys.
you. Shout out to Commander.
Shout out to the chat.
Yeah. Let me skip this John a little bit ahead. Do they let her out? Connected. Do y'all let the shorty out? Y'all give her a chance? Let's see. Oh, y'all got this damn thing on mute. They had her in there for a while.
Look, we're gonna transport you back to headquarters in water and this.
What the hell? Sure. I told y'all, even the damn commercials. Like, what the fuck was she moaning for? That's all you heard. Oh, that's why I said, what the fuck? I can't even leave the screen real quick.
Were you with us about like 2 hours maybe? Or 4 hours. 2 3 hours. And then you get a ticket for the court.
Let's get moving.
Yo, shout out to Commander. I appreciate you, Commander. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it. I'll just double check. Yeah, we got it. Hold on 1 second. I'll answer all the questions. I'm just gonna close the number right here.
I'll be following with cost 2 weeks.
3-5, transporting one adult female in custody from this location to headquarters, starting mileage 96577.
So they took her ass, yep. They took her ass over a lobster, yo. Over a damn lobster.
Yeah, just get out and sit right here.
She drunk. She high off something too. Look at that. Yo, they took her ass, yo. For come here. Oh wait, I gotta pause this. Yo, they really arrested her, man. That's crazy. Hold on, wait. Okay. Killer Scott says something. Blessings to everybody in the chat. I have to ask, do you have a podcast talking about the type of stuff you're talking about tonight? Since I've been watching the last 20 minutes. This is my podcast. It's the Writers for Life podcast right here. I do open panels, but I'm about to end this live in a second. I had the link up there. I'm gonna start attaching the link. I usually, put the link in. Sometimes I put the link before I start the live. But lately I've been doing it, like in the middle of the live, like maybe 30 minutes into it, maybe probably an hour into it. So that way I could, show some videos, bring awareness to certain stuff, then let people up. But yeah, these be all open panels. This is a podcast right here. It's the Writers for Life brings you a Let's Talk About It podcast. You know, when it comes to the podcast, we talk about it all. There's no filters, none of it. There's no, how can I say, there's no bashing. There's nobody bringing nobody down. We're not allowing none of that. Like, it's your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. We're not going to bring nobody down, judge nobody for an opinion. We're here to bring solutions to the table. Hey, and to talk about it, to bring awareness. Like, hey, we could, you know, have some fun. We could joke around. But at the end of the day, you know, we're here to talk about a lot of stuff, what's going on around us. And the reason I started this channel was because, you know, when I first started, I was trying to get a lot of people united to get these cameras into our schools, right? And I have a petition out there. I don't know. I don't know why it's not on my description box, so I'm gonna have to fix it and put the petition out on the screen. I mean, on the description again, so that people could sign it. And let's see what happens. I'm not the only parent out here with that type of petitions to try to get cameras in our schools. So yeah, basically that's how I first started, and I'm still talk about it. We still talk about the cameras. But basically, you know, I mixed it up. We talk about bullying. We talk about harassment. You know, my story's out there. My son's story's out there. So like, I feel as though it should be equal rights for both, not just men. I mean, not just women, but also men. I have 2 sons and a daughter. How can I just fight for a girl and not fight for the boys? Like, at the end of the day, as a mother, I don't know. I don't see it as fair. As a woman, I don't see it as fair. As a woman, I've learned that not every man out here is going to hurt you. As a woman, I've learned that there's women out here that are scorned, that would live their whole life with that hurt, with that pain tattooed on their skin, and would make everybody around them feel that pain that they have. They can't let go. They'll hold that grudge. They want nothing but revenge towards whoever hurt them, and they don't care who they give it to. I don't understand why they do it. I don't understand if it's learned behavior or if it's something that's in us. You know how they say the Bible warned us about women and stuff like that. You know, they taught us about Delilah, about Lilith. And there's people that will sit here up and down and say, oh, Lilith doesn't exist. She's not in the Bible, but she's supposed to be the first Eve. I mean, I went deep down into, you know, the rabbit hole. For me, the Bible and history go hand in hand in their stories. His story, not our story. To me, it's more like a guide, like telling us what happened back then in the past. But hey, to each his own. Like, a lot of people get mad at me for saying that, but I don't believe in the Bible. If anything, I believe in God. Nothing more, nothing less. Get mad at me for that. Hey, if you lose respect in me for that, well, guess what? That's on you. But I stand 10 toes down on what I believe in. For real. Like, hold on, let me see. This my song right here. Like, this song right here. But explain to y'all how I feel on some real shit. Let me see. Bluetooth is connecting. Shut up, Bluetooth. Yo, shout out to Tom McDonald, man. Because he killed this song right here. Even though I ain't the one that made the song, I ain't write the song, man, I feel the song. I agree with Tom McDonald's when it comes to the song Exposure, man. If my opinion makes you feel some type of way, that's on you. You don't. Facts, Killer Scott, man. I'm my own person. I'm an individual person. I'm a free thinker. Like, I'm not no follower. Like, I've had people say, hey, you're an activist. You speak up for the kids. I mean, I do speak up for the kids. I mean, I've been called a lot of things. Like, man, I know that I've been taught that, how can I say it? A leader isn't made. A leader isn't created. A leader is born. Not everybody can be a leader. And you got to watch it, because a lot of people out here are followers and they'll pretend to be leaders. But in reality, they're nothing but followers, groupies, people that follow. I mean, listen, man, I could break this down, but I don't want to offend nobody. So let's go back to the song. My bad. I apologize. But yeah, man, you got to be an individual thinker, man. Shout out to Killer Scott. I hope I said his name right. Yeah, Killer Scott, man. You can't be a follower nowadays at all, man, because motherfuckers will make you, you know, follow you into a fucking pit full of lava. Bluetooth is connecting. I got you, Killer Scoop. I see it better now on the TV. I couldn't see it at on the laptop screen. But I see your comment. I had to look at the screen on the TV to see it better. Well, my phone is even smaller, so I couldn't really. All right, so it's Killer Scoot. I got you. I got you. And that's a fact. That's a fact right there, y'all. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I give a shout out to all the elders that raised me, all the elders that kept, trying their best so that I would stay on track, so that I wouldn't take the wrong path. I'll give them a big shout out because, man, when I tell you that back then, I used to think like a lot of these women do now. Like, I used to hate, no, man, I had to realize. I had to realize a lot. I'm blessed that the father of my daughter walked into my life at the age of 21. Like, he was the second man in my life that showed me that not every man is the same. See, at one point, I wasn't mad at men because, what a lot of women are mad at men for. Not because I got cheated on. It wasn't because I was, beat on by a man that I was in a relationship with. It was because I'm a survivor. I'm a warrior. That's why if y'all see my LLC, y'all can't see my LLC, but y'all notice that everything, even my previous channel, it says Writers for Life. Writers for Life, Writers for Life, the Surviving Warriors. Because that's what I am. I'm a surviving warrior. I've survived the past that, a lot of people, it would break them. I didn't let that get to me. My past doesn't determine who I am and what I will become in life. Growing up, I thought that men were the worst because of what I went through and because what I seen a lot of people around me go through. But see, I didn't just not trust men. I also didn't trust women because of my relationship with my mom. But as I grew up, I learned that not everybody is the same. I learned that you can't hold this grudge because you holding this grudge in you. You're not loving yourself. You're not respecting yourself, right? You hating the person that you see in the mirror, putting all that you have inside of you onto the next person that's trying to be there for you. It's not good. And like I tell people, it took for me to lose the father of my first 2 kids. I got 3 kids in total. Right now, I am with my fiance, the father of my daughter. The man that took me under his wing when I was 21. And when I say took me under his wing, because we started off as friends. Then he became my best friend. And from there, he became my fiance. Like, he could have walked away from my life the way that I was back then. But he chose to stick there with me through thick and thin and rock out. Not a lot of men do that. Not a lot of men respect women when they're like that in that toxic behavior. I wasn't loving myself. I was blaming myself for everything that happened when what happened to me when I was younger wasn't my fault. Hold on 1 second, guys. So the whole point of me saying that is, like, listen, man, sometimes we gotta realize that we are our own worst enemies, right? And what we go through in life, we have to, how can I say it? Learn how to live through it. Like, we're not gonna forget what happened to us, but we're gonna have to learn how to get through it. Learn how to live life. Learn how to respect yourself. Learn how to love yourself in order to be able to be with somebody else. And that's the problem that a lot of women have nowadays. They hop into these relationships. They pop these babies, not trusting themselves or the person that they're with, not loving themselves or the person that they're with. And that's why I say, look, it took for me to lose the father of my kids to understand that not all men are the same. After he passed away, I sat here and I thought for days and weeks, like, damn, this man was willing to give his life for me. Even though he, what happened shouldn't have happened, but it happened. People, his mom tried to make me feel like it was my fault when it wasn't my fault. But at the end of the day, look, listen, you live and you learn. But that taught me, like, damn, you can't treat the next person like shit. See, I was young when I got into that relationship with me. He was with him. He was older than me. But at the end of the day, I still chose to be with him. You see where I'm coming from? And I didn't know how to be in a relationship. And I didn't understand that I had a good man next to me. And a lot of times I treated him like shit, and he still rocked out. Then here comes the father of my daughter, walks into my life and shows me that he's another man that is not like the other men that I've seen around here that are little boys in men bodies. Showed me that men out here can respect. Not all men sit here and disrespect. Not all men are like, the men that we see out here nowadays. We do still got some men like the ones I grew up looking up to that you can sit here and respect and admire. Not all of them. Not all of these men out here are real. Not all of these men out here are good. Some of these men out here wasn't raised right. And guess what? Like Kay Michelle says, you can't raise a man. If his mama couldn't, what makes you think you can? Let's be real about that shit, yo. But not all men are the same. We shouldn't punish the next man for what the last man did. Take your time and observe and see how this man is before you sit here and call him a deadbeat. Before you call him a deadbeat, take a look in the mirror. Because some of you women out here calling these men deadbeats are the same women that are taking that child support, the money he's giving you on the side, plus you're dependent on a goddamn welfare system. You're not independent if you're depending on a welfare system. You're not. Now, if you was out here busting your ass, working and doing this and doing that, and even if, what's the problem with co-parenting with a man that wants to be a part of his child's life? You'll sit here and put the man that you're supporting on a pedestal, but bash the man that wants to do for his child. Don't call him a deadbeat if you're the reason that he's not in his life. And this is not for everybody. I'm just speaking in general. Listen to what I'm saying. There's too many of these females out here. Why? He ain't shit. He ain't this. Something good about him, right? That you was with him at one point. Like, it's too many of these females out here wanting respect, but you out here looking for the trouble that you get in. Let me tell y'all females something. Let me ask y'all females something, right? Why is it that he ain't shit when he doesn't give you what you want or no is given, but he the shit when you call out and ask him to be Superman, to ask him to be Batman, ask him to be your ghostwriter? He's the shit then. But then when he doesn't please you in the way that you want or give you what the fuck you want or shit doesn't go your way, he's an asshole. He a deadbeat. I don't want you around him. Now your child is hating his daddy, her daddy. It's too many of these females. I see it. Then when the kid grows up, they're realizing, oh shit, this is like this is like that. And you're wondering why your child at this age is disrespecting you. Because you was a child at one point. And I keep telling people, yo, stop doing that shit, man. Co-parent. That's your job, co-parent. Don't put the weight of your world on your child's shoulders, because these kids growing up got their own world too. A world where you should be helping them, advising them, and guiding them in. Once you got these kids, they're not yours. Your life is not yours. You got to share this life now with these kids. So it's not change who you are, but change the things that you normally do in life. Because now they're looking up to you. But on some real shit, y'all, I gotta get off of this, John, right? These are open panels. I always got open panels, like, unless I'm doing a walk around or something like that. But I always got open panels. So people are more than welcome to hit the links and come up, talk to a shorty about whatever topic she's talking on. As long as you keep it respectful, you don't disrespect the shorty, we could have a decent conversation. And so far, yo, I'm glad that I've been able, everybody that's hopped on my panel has been respectful. So shout out to everybody. I want to take a minute, say thank you to everybody that's been rocking out with a shorty, that has rocked out with a shorty since, from the gate. Those that have been rocking out with a shorty today, because y'all didn't have to be here. Y'all didn't have to be here. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to rock out with a shorty tonight. Well, this morning, because it's 3:44 a.m. here in North Philadelphia. I'm not sure where y'all from, but a shorty's about to call it a night. My daughter woke up like maybe an hour and a half ago. I know she's gonna want something to eat. Yeah, at 3:44 in the morning. So by the time I get done setting everything up, prepping everything, it'll be like 5 in the morning on some real shit. Because I clean, I cook, I set stuff up. So it's gonna take me a little minute to set everything up. I got OCD. All right, don't blame a shorty. Contact me. Business wise, I don't do the behind the scenes. Business wise, like hop on a screen or something. Okay, on another live. Okay, I drop links. We like there's links that I drop here on the chat, and basically like that link right now that I just dropped. It's not for anybody to hop on though, but these links right here, basically, is as y'all can see right there in the chat. It's called a StreamYard link, and people can hop on the string. If y'all not subbed up, make sure y'all subbed up because I don't schedule my lives, right? I just do these little random lives. I have to do it like that because of the way my life is. I got 2 kids that I got to deal with right now, and I got to deal with a lot of shit right now. Plus, I'm starting my business. So, like I said, yes, you're more than welcome. Like Killer Scoop. So, on my next live, you're more than welcome to hit the live. Everybody's more than welcome. But let me get off this, John. Yo, I want to thank everybody that has been here today, that has rocked out with a shorty. Once again, I appreciate y'all. And like I say, listen, man, y'all comments are appreciated. They matter here. Once again, this channel is to bring the news so that we can talk about it, to bring awareness, to bring solutions to the table. We're not here to knock nobody down, to bash nobody down. Because believe it or not, a lot of y'all have given me, certain, how can I say it, have left me comments with a lot of, how can I say it, advice, with a lot of opinions that I can actually kind of like take to these meetings that I go to with the senators and the mayors and stuff like that. And y'all have given me good ideas on great topics to talk about with these people when we go up there and do what we got to do. So I appreciate a lot of y'all. Like I said, y'all opinions do matter. Everybody has an opinion. What the fuck is we bringing and knocking people down for an opinion for, y'all? But on that note, y'all, till next time, this y'all shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble morning. And I hope all of y'all continue to have a blessed and humble day. And a shorty out. You want to say hi? Go ahead. Hi. That's a little rider for y'all. It's my baby. A reason I do everything, y'all. You too. I hope everybody has a great night too. A great morning. I'm not sure, depending where you at. Evening, morning, afternoon. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. It smell like tacos. What, you heating up some tacos? Pizza. Oh, you made a pizza. Yummy. Pizza in the morning. Yummy, yummy.